Well, I started work on Thursday. And then it was Friday, and I'm like, oh, it's the weekend. So there you go. That's that. And then, so it sort of feels like work will properly start next week, tomorrow.
Yeah, I hear you. Fortunately, we have a 3-day weekend at the end of this week, so that's good. I suppose we have, professional development on Friday, but like, as I always say, a day without students is a day off. So in a way, we have a 4-day weekend, but we don't need to get into that.
Why would you have a 3-day weekend?
Well, it's Friday is professional development, and then Monday is Martin Luther King Day. So,
And what did he do?
Have to pay respect. I don't know. He was like, you have like King George and King Charles and that. We had a King Martin.
Okay.
So I don't really know what he did. He just...
Right. Well, I'm sure he did something.
And then one student wrote a paper where she had these lizards chewing on human entrails. Just one of those
I see.
things
No, I got it. No, you don't have to explain.
Hello!
And then I just shoved it right up. Just right up.
Howdy.
Hello, Stu.
How are you?
Could you put a cream egg up your bottom?
If it was warm and softened a bit,
No,
I reckon
I'm not
so.
asking if you could. I'm asking, could you do that now?
We want to see it.
No,
Please, go ahead.
no, I couldn't.
No.
Why
right.
not? You wuss.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
no. So how are you
Alright,
doing?
well,
You well?
I'm all right.
Yeah,
I'm
I've just
busy
got
grading papers.
I've just lost my cream egg. I don't know where it went.
It's up my bottom. I mean, a walnut whip.
I can
Hi,
see.
James
I can
Bevan.
see. It looks like you're eating a fucking 10-foot buffet. The way you keep reaching for the desk and yamming something in your mouth.
I need a bucket.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I haven't got the light on. Look, you can tell. See?
Yeah. Oh, there we go. That's the Chinny we
Didn't
all
know I had
and
extra
love.
lighting, did you?
No.
I'm sexy and I know it.
Are we ready to start?
Oh,
I don't know.
I haven't turned the light blue. Hang on. Wait a minute.
Hang on.
Wait a minute. Can't bloody sit in here with like a normal light.
Hang on.
Stu, do you notice anything different about me?
No, I haven't looked yet. Just a minute. You've got something strapped on the side of your face.
That's it. I sat wrong. I should sit like this.
Why?
Yeah, because the replacement foam on my headphone hasn't arrived yet. So unless I want to sit like this with
you've
the headphone
improvised.
off
I like that.
I had to improvise with a sock strapped on. So
Do you like my new? Do you like my new podcasting hoodie?
No.
it's
No.
great. I've never heard
No.
it pronounced
No, I don't like
Hooodie
it.
before though.
No. And you've also mispronounced hoodie as well, yeah.
No, it's a hoodie. It's not a hoodie.
Why would
It's
you
a
say hoodie?
hoodie? Because it's like a blanket cum hoodie.
So
Alright.
shouldn't it be a
Woody.
bloody-
It's a
a bloody-
woody. A bloody. A blandy. I don't know.
bluedy, yeah.
Oof. I think you're really reaching.
We'll
there.
go with bloody. But look,
But
look. It's good.
hoodie,
Look, look.
definitely not. Definitely
Look.
not a hoodie.
Oh, just a minute.
Well,
Shit.
one of the primal features of
Oh,
a hoodie
anyway, I can't even be asked.
is
Are
that
you
it
trying
has,
to do this, Stuart?
has a hood.
I know. It's got a massive
Hood
hood.
over you? Yeah. We're all wearing hoodies. How about that?
Hey, hoodie! Who the
Oh,
fuck is
It
this?
has got a massive hood. Look, massive
What?
hood.
Well, you can't do it with your headphones on.
No, it's too. I don't know. It's not wide enough.
Hoodie
That's what she
doo.
said.
It's a hoodie.
Yes. All right. Now we're ready to start.
Hoodie there,
Hoodie!
partner.
That's a hoodie doody.
Hoodie there.
Let's start the motherfucking show, bitch. It's very strange what Eric picks like as a sound effect.
Yo to the veteran gamers. Juju, Chinny, other fellas will tell you about every single game that you play.
Welcome, please, enormous genitals.
Stu story time and Chinny's game breakers. Here comes Duke with the soundbite saviors.
Stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen.
It's the veteran gamers.
You've got a clip of me.
It's the veteran gamers.
play pretend, give each other different names. We would build a rocket ship and then we fly far away.
How do you
Switch that console off before you have to press repeat, yo.
Keeping it real.
Oh my God!
Hello and welcome to episode 627 of the Veteran Gamers Podcast.
Yay, 627, the first proper show of the new year, 2022.
No, it
Welcome,
isn't.
Everybody.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it
Yeah,
isn't.
it is. Last year was the game of the year for the previous
Yeah,
year.
but you know what this week's show is, don't you, Duke?
We're not
Your
looking.
Oh, this isn't
favorite
like what's the dumb
show.
games that are coming up.
Your
Let's whip up people
favorite
into stupid hype.
No.
We are talking about what we've been playing, though. I played some games
Yeah,
specifically
we are.
to talk about.
Don't worry.
So that means it's a proper game. It's a proper episode then.
I guess. Anyway, I'm Stu, by the way.
Yeah, I'm Duke.
Yeah, and Chinny's eating his microphone thing.
Yeah. Chinny refuses to play that game, man.
Yeah, he does.
He won't do it. He's too cool.
Yeah.
Did we get emails from what people top 5 games or whatever? Did we get emails?
Nope, not a one.
Fuck you, listeners. Fuck the fuck.
We did get one or two on the Twitters, I think.
Oh, okay.
But I'll have to have a look. I don't know.
I wonder how many
remember.
podcasts like just say "fuck you" to the listeners. Like just
Yeah,
fuck you.
I think most podcasts are nice. We're just like, fuck you, listeners.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do? We can either do that or we can beg people more. Like, please.
No, if you can't be bothered, you can fuck right off. That's what
What have
I
we got?
say.
Lives?
What?
Going on?
Really?
We've got lives to live, have they?
Yeah,
Please
you got
pick up the children.
Look at the
Something-
children listening to this.
Something better
something
to do.
better to do? I was just going to say the
No.
exact same phrase. Something better to do.
They ain't got nothing to do.
Bastards.
Nothing.
People are idiots.
Nothing.
What's up, Gavlar?
We should say hello to
7
Kitsu
people.
Bite. Apparently, first time chat, Chinny. First time chat.
What do they want? A fucking prize?
He said, "Hey guys, look, just be nice."
I got a
Be
special
nice.
sound
Hey,
clip
no.
for this person.
Yourself.
There
We've
you
been
go,
nice
that's
for 626.
Yeah, what the hell has it gotten us?
episodes.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. Can't even
Nothing.
bother to send a fucking
Can't even
email with
send
a
a
top
fucking
5
email.
games.
We dedicate.
Never mind that nobody sends email anymore, but you know.
What is
People
that?
are lazy.
People don't send
Oh yes,
emails
they're
anymore.
lazy. Yeah, they're lazy. That's why.
My favorite time. It's story time.
Story time.
I have a question.
Go.
Think back to your 3 to 5 most recent texts that you've gotten from your spouses. For those who don't know, we're all married.
Okay.
And read me a representative.
I can't.
text.
I haven't got my phone.
Well, just when you think of the texts that your spouse sends you,
Okay.
what comes to mind?
So the last text that Tara sent to me was ha 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 ha, like really long. Look, see?
Nice.
Yeah, liking it. Liking
Awesome.
it.
So joy, a little laughter. That's fun. Stu, what kind of
Yeah,
things
well,
does...
the last thing I got off Kay that I can remember off the top of my head was, while you're at the supermarket, can you also get a loaf of bread?
Sure. Getting some things at the store. That's a perfectly sensible and common
It is
thing.
totally sensible.
Now, as you can see, the Duchess sent me
yeah.
a text
Here we go.
with
Here we go.
some bull semen
What?
and a drawing of a penis.
Yeah.
Why?
What the fuck? What? Because this is the kind of thing that the Duchess sends to me.
Yeah.
And she doesn't even rotate her pictures when she sends it. So there
No,
you go.
She's a monster.
Yeah,
What the
she's a
fuck?
weirdo.
This
She's a
is
weirdo.
what she sends me. I'm in the middle of class and I get this bull semen
That's-
penis ejaculating.
That's sackable offence.
Yeah, it
Jesus
is. That's not safe
Christ.
for work. Did she put a
Oh,
warning on it?
God.
Can
No,
we
granted.
just-
Look, I'm not showing it to the class. Like I thought about texting.
Did you
and putting
go,
it on
hey,
Twitter,
look at this
but I was like,
bull's
I can't put
penis."
that on Twitter. I'm gonna get fired. But I can mention it here.
Do you know what though? It's quite
'Cause the
artistic.
Duchess is a
I
weirdo.
quite like the artistry in it.
It's good art style, no doubt
Yeah,
about
it
it.
is,
I'm
it
not
is.
disparaging her skills as an
I'll
artist.
tell you this, Duke. I knew exactly what it was.
Well, yeah, there's no.
I didn't have to
guesswork involved.
guess. No, there wasn't.
But it's weird. Why can't you send me things that normal people send?
Why did
like,
she say? Can I
ha,
just
ha,
ask?
ha ha ha, or yeah, you get some bread when you're at the store.
Get
No,
the
bull
bread.
semen, penis.
Why did she send you that? Dare we ask? Do you know?
Because when she's reading the paper, she sees something, she just goes, and she sends me bull steam and circles it and then draws a
You
penis.
see, Kay does occasionally
Funking dick is what they call it, right?
send me videos of people falling over because she finds people falling over very funny.
It is funny.
Well, most people do.
It is funny.
Yeah.
In fact, she's just shown me one before I came to do this, which was extremely funny, which was a girl for some reason put her heel on the cupboard door in the bathroom.
Oh, I've seen that one.
Cupboard door swings out. Great.
Well, she
face
doesn't.
plant.
She doesn't put. She doesn't put her heel on the cupboard. She does it by accident, doesn't she?
Yeah. She puts
She's
the
showing
foot
her
up
boot
to-
off to the video.
Yeah. And her heel gets caught on the cupboard
And then she
handle
just
and
face plants
swings.
into the
She
floor.
face plants. It's a great video.
She laughs it off. You know.
She laughs it off.
Yeah.
Bull
Those are my
semen.
favorite. I don't like the
Also
ones where
show.
people actually get hurt and it's like, I was like, no, I want to see people who are able to get up and laugh.
I don't know. People getting hurt is quite funny as well. I often think,
I don't
just saying.
find it that funny.
You see, I'll tell you what, actually, from years ago, which was funny,
Tell
and
me.
someone got seriously hurt,
Okay.
which was a bunch of yobs kicking a concrete fence panel. Do you remember this
Oh,
video?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
There's a bunch of yobs, and there's a concrete fence panel two down that's cracked.
Yeah.
But it's quite funny to kick it through. What he doesn't think about is the top two panels falling down on his leg and crushing it.
Mm.
Which, to be fair, it was a vandal, so
I think they call it instant karma, don't they?
it was instant karma. But it did make me cringe quite a lot.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
that
Well, yeah,
had
you can
to
still
hurt.
feel empathy for the actual experience. of
Yeah,
pain,
but I did
while
laugh.
also recognizing maybe they deserved it.
Totally.
But also recognizing like they're like young kids and like you do stupid shit like that when you're young.
Well,
I suppose.
sure.
Yeah. Also, the little twats. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just
I
saying.
was one of those little twats.
Wait, I can't imagine you kicking a concrete fence
No,
panel.
but like we used to like garden hop and stuff. And
Well, everybody's done that. That's not doing any harm.
yeah,
Everyone
when
does
we took
that.
out the whole fence when we did it, that did harm, I suppose, because we thought the fence was more rigid than it was.
Exactly. Well, they needed a new fence. You were just
So,
letting them
like,
know.
Like it was, I'll name him. It was Marsh, right? So me and Marsh, we
No,
we go to
not
jump this
Marsh.
fence, and
Wow.
he puts his one right foot on the fence, and his left arm to go.
Did
over
he
the
do the
fence,
hokey cokey?
And it just he went on like this, all right, and he just went like that. The fence just collapsed like one of those collapsible glasses or something. It just went boom down, and there was no fence anymore. So I just walked through. It was very easy.
Zoop.
They obviously needed a new fence.
They did
Chinny.
need a new fence. Yeah,
They needed, and they definitely did afterwards. Anyway,
yeah, we did them. a
that's
favour.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, you
was
just
a s-
pointed out dangerous fence.
It was a service.
Yeah, I think it's fine. That aside, what about games, people? It's been Christmas. We've had
Video
New Year.
games.
I've been working forever. Can I just say we're up to 11 cases where I work now in the staff in the last 10 days.
Do you have to cover all the shifts, or do you have people now back to cover?
No, well, look, I was on my own last week because
Yeah.
the other three members of
remember
the
that.
kitchen staff all had it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, sure. I remember you whinging.
Two of them are now back, so I did get Saturday off, and the other one is back
Okay.
on Monday, which is tomorrow.
Well, that's good. It
So
sucks
at
when
least
you have to
things
do
are
it all
looking up.
yourself.
But then the other side of the staff, the care staff, there's been quite a few of those off. There was another
Yeah.
case positive today, so we just keep getting them, unfortunately.
Yeah. I'm sorry,
Well,
that's rough.
it's the way it is, I guess. That's
That's
life.
the way
at
it is.
the
Be
moment.
careful, man.
I just keep
don't
away
want
from
you getting
everyone. I'm
sick.
like, my
Well, yeah.
philosophy from the beginning has been I just treat everybody like they've got it. So
Yeah.
I just stay away from everybody unless I
don't
like
blame you.
absolutely have to get near to them on my way. So
I don't
it's
blame you.
worked so far. It's worked so
Yeah.
far, but luck might run out at some point. Who knows?
What up, SLH? What up, Ian Williams? What up, Trey?
SLH. So yeah.
Trey
Anyway.
says Chinny has invested the most money in his. Discuss.
No,
Love
yours
the
are-
content, guys. Never mind about money. Who's invested the most time and care and love to
Exactly.
create the whatever it's flag it's called, the little cute little what's it?
To be fair, you two have the same microphone, though you're just different colours, isn't it?
Duke has a
Mine's
Yeti
blue.
Mini, I think, or
It's
like
blue.
Is it mini?
like it's like a rounder shape.
It's
Mine
blue.
If we're
It's
talking
blue.
about penis shapes, mine is more like straight.
And mine, you can't really see.
Yours
Mine's
is a snowball.
ball.
So yours
Mine's a
is
snowball.
the cheap
Oh, yours is
option.
the
Mine's the
cheapest of the
cheapest one,
cheap.
although it still sounds
Yeah.
pretty good.
It's the cheapest option.
It's
what
fine.
toy tosses get.
I didn't say anything about sound
I
quality.
got
I
this
just said when
years
I
ago.
went to the store, I said, "Oh, that's the
That's-
cheapest one," but it's also kind of ugly. I'm not going to get that one. That was what I thought. I'm not judging yours.
It doesn't. I don't care. It looks absolutely fine.
I mean,
It's
it looks.
fine.
Well, we don't have to see it, so it's
And
fine.
it sounds fine. It sounds.
It looks
fine.
like a bollock.
It sounds great.
It looks
Wait,
like a
it
It
sounds
bollock.
looks
what?
like it's just a big white ball. I think it looks good because it's
Well, it's
kind of
retro. Yeah, it's like, oh, 1940s. Here
Yeah,
comes
it's like
stand by for news.
retro.
Yeah, exactly. All right, are we ready to talk about some video games?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
Where are you going? Story time's over, isn't it?
What you been playing?
What you been playing? What you been playing?
Everybody hates birds, right?
Ticket Dark, is that someone from the snooker days, Chinny?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Happy New Year, he says to you,
Happy New
Mike.
Year to you too.
Michael,
I
it
thought
is.
about
Mike.
streaming snooker today,
Did you?
but not
Oh.
snooker 19.
Oh, what? Real snooker?
Real snooker. Yeah.
Real snooker.
Yeah. Because
What's
Can you
Chinny
do that on
play?
Twitch? Is that allowed?
you can do it. Yeah, you can do anything you want.
Do anything on Twitch.
Yeah,
Can you
look,
stream
just
what you
don't-
want?
Put a
Look, you
GoPro
don't-
on your head?
As long as you don't show nipples, you're okay. But
Yeah, naked snooker, maybe not.
Things were just about to start getting crazy go nuts.
so yeah, I was practicing today on my own, and yeah,
No, you see,
That's not what people want to see. Is you?
yeah, they don't want to see you
practicing
just
on your own. They wanna see a
practicing on your
game,
own. They want to see a
match.
game, man. You going on
Well, that's why he
about-
didn't do it. He thought about it and he didn't do it.
no, I'd
Did
still,
they-
I'd still.
They'd
stream.
like to see me knock balls around the table because I'm such a-
Somebody. This is the thing about the internet. Somebody would.
Well,
Balls, 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 balls.
I'm not entirely sure I agree.
Hmm.
Well, guess what? They tune in to watch people do DJ mixes. I mean, what else?
That is
why
true.
wouldn't
That
they?
is true.
How sad can you get?
Nah, just taking a piss.
Yeah, but because of dancing, man, they're dancing. Not like you.
Maybe they dance to
sorry.
the snooker.
Yeah.
Dancing. They're dancing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right. So video games, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's starting?
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, I have 3 games to talk about.
Me
Oh,
too.
you have-
I
you
also have 3.
I have 4 games. Shall I
Wow.
Well, then
start?
you need
Get
to
one
start,
out of the
Stu,
way?
so you can
Shall
get
I
one
do
out of the
this?
way.
Get one.
I'll
out
get
the
a
way.
very quick one out of the
Yeah.
way.
Go on then.
Go ahead.
Do you remember back in the day, quite a while ago now, we all got obsessed with a game called Geocache. Was it Geocache? I need to say Geocache. That's definitely not it.
You did say
Uh,
geocache.
I
What
know,
did
I
you
know,
mean
yeah.
to say?
GeoGuessr. Do you remember GeoGuessr?
No.
So basically, someone
hell is
took
that?
Google Maps
Oh,
and made it into a game where it
You
just-
were obsessed with this. I played
love
it like
this
once or
game.
twice.
I love this game.
You went bonkers. This isn't. We were all crazy about it.
Yeah, yeah. So it basically plonks you somewhere in the
Yes.
world, and you've got to try and
Yes.
guess where you are.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And the nearest you get to where you guess where you are, the more points you get.
Yes.
So it's kind of cool. Somebody on the App Labs, I've been getting a bit obsessed with App Labs on VR this last week.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So which is kind of like the indie games on Xbox 360. So this is where people.
Oh, we all
put
remember how
stuff-
glorious those were. For those who don't
Exactly.
remember, The Killer's Dream.
Exactly. So this is where people put games that aren't allowed on the main store.
That aren't
for
good
Oculus.
enough for the main
Sex
store.
games.
Say
Deemed
it
good.
right.
Sex
Although,
games.
No,
Oh yeah.
No.
Sex game.
To be fair, a few of them have translated across. One of such, which is Puzzling Places.
To be
which
fair
is
of
what-
it, Chinny, 7 or 8 of them don't have sex in them. So.
Yeah, they don't. Puzzling Places, which is one of the highest rated games on Oculus now. So, you know,
All right.
some of these things do well. But anyway, the one I've been playing is called Somewhere. So that's Somewhere. And guess what it is. Guess what it is.
Well, I know what it is
It's a
because I'm watching
geo-guessing
it.
game.
Yeah, it's basically GeoGuessr in VR.
Why would you start with that without it being the thing?
I know, exactly.
Hey, you know that
so
game
okay, so
Maneater
I'm not
where you're
mad,
a
though, that's
shark?
fine.
Guess what
That's
shark
kinda what it is.
swimmer is?
It's. I'll be honest, it's not quite as good as GeoGuessr, and I'll tell you for why.
Okay, tell us for why.
Because one of the places you put me was just in a random burger joint, which you couldn't get out of. So you just stood in a burger joint and had to try and figure out where is the burger joint in the whole world.
Well, you could read the menu. You could look at
Well,
how
you
fat
couldn't
everybody
really.
is.
Let-
Is it in English? That's a start.
It wasn't even a good picture. It was blurry. So I'm like, nah. So it's quite good though. I mean, you know, when it puts you somewhere where there's streets or stuff, and you can try and work out what language you're seeing, or
I
Yeah,
where
noticed
it
on
may
the
be.
trailer that it puts you by Stonehenge, to which the
Yeah.
answer to the question would be, I'm at Stonehenge.
Henge.
Where the
exactly.
demons dwell, where the banshees live, and they do live well.
But the price was right because it's free.
Ugh.
So you can complain for free.
Yes, you
I
can.
can complain no matter how much the thing costs.
It kind of works. It's not as good as other stuff. Just saying.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's really quite as good as GeoGuessr. It's a bit clunky. The interface doesn't work perfectly. When you point ahead of yourself.
You're really selling this, man.
I know. It doesn't move. You have to use the actual arrows on the floor to actually move forward or backwards to get a better look around where you are and stuff like that. So yeah, it's not perfect. It isn't perfect.
Okay.
So, but you know, for what it is.
You had a little bit of fun with it.
I had a little bit of fun for 10 minutes. And it was all right. And I scored some points. I got a couple close to where they were. So I was quite happy with that.
Okay.
So, but have a look at, I mean, if you go on, like, just Google best games on App Labs, I mean, this comes up weirdly.
Well, you know why?
It's not a good sign, is it? It's not a good sign.
Isn't that right? Because there's nothing else out there.
But there is other stuff, because I'm going to talk about some other stuff I played on App Labs in a bit.
And is it better or worse than
can't
this?
wait. Better than this. Better than this.
Okay. Well,
but yeah, it's all right. Give it a go. It's free.
okay.
Check it out. Check it out.
No.
There you go.
No.
Check it out,
play the
Chinny.
game somewhere.
Check it out now.
No.
Come on,
Check it
Chinny. What
out.
else are you gonna play on the
Check
VR?
You always
Nothing.
end everything you play with
Check
just
it.
check it out.
Just check it out, man. Give it a go.
All right, why
never
talk
know.
about it then? Shut up.
You might like it. Check it out.
Well, because he's tried to sell it, and now he's trying
Why?
to, you know,
Why? Why does everything?
because he
play
wants
have to be-
someone to write in and go, "You were right, Stu. This game is fun."
There's a
That's what
recurring
he's hoping
pattern,
for.
right? That
It's
the-
fun for 5 minutes.
There's a recurring pattern with Stuart is the smaller an India the game is,
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
the more slack that he gives it.
I do give it
Yeah,
slack.
it's
It
true.
is true.
Whereas,
It's true.
whereas if
That's
it's a
true.
big AAA, all singing, all dancing, it's getting and it's not that great. Stu will go, this is shit.
Well, weirdly,
Really not that good, is it? It's really just
Weirdly.
Not all the
great.
time. Sometimes you give like big games praise, which is fine. But
I
like,
do. But you just wait, because I'm going to be talking about eyeballs later in
Just
a
you
AAA
wait, Chinny.
title.
Just
Just
hang on.
saying.
Yeah,
Just
it's
saying.
coming. Right.
Eyeballs.
All right, Chinny, you're up.
I've got notes. Okay.
Oh, snap! Did you get a
notes.
notebook like my
Wowzers.
Simpsons?
No,
notebook?
I got my,
With
my
the,
Game Boy one. I got my Game Boy.
The
one.
little Oh, that's right. You showed us that last. I got a little.
So have you been
ribbon
giving
to
some
keep my
love to your
place.
Series X this last week
Well,
or two?
It's not really a game that prospers
What
on
is
the
it?
Series X.
Oh, okay.
It's not really like, I don't know. It's not a game where it's pushing the limits of the console. Let's
Yeah,
say.
it's not pushing that frame rate. of a
Revolutionary.
resolution.
No.
Yeah.
So I've been playing a game called The Pedestrian.
Okay. Is
So-
this the
Okay.
2D
Oh.
platformer thing?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
I
I've
will.
seen this. It's
I will.
on my wish list on
I will
Steam.
bring it up on the screen shortly. But basically,
I did see this. I saw this.
Great. Well, I played it, so shut the fuck up.
Okay.
So I'm only joking. It's all just bants. We're just having a banter.
Yes.
moment.
It's
But
fine.
Stu does tend to talk immediately about.
What?
Well, I guess I said it's on my wish list.
I haven't played it. I've just seen. Look, I do cry a little bit after the show.
So,
just saying.
so yeah. Well, cry yourself to sleep because we ain't got time. The Pedestrian is a 2D platformer, and
Yes.
it's got 3D environments on it, but you don't play in those environments. Those environments are filler. They're surroundings. They're the
Like
setting.
backgrounds. Yeah.
Backgrounds, and the
Yeah.
actual game is played on construction signs and warning signs and things like that. So your little man or woman, you can pick a woman, is thanks for the ooh there. Stu, is just basically walking around all these signs dotted around the game, and it has a look. You know what I mean? It's straight away you
Yeah.
think, oh, okay, this
It's
is
good art design.
yeah, this is interesting because the 3D art is very good. The man or woman that you play as look sort of like the man or woman that you would see on the door of a men or women's toilet. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah,
that
or like an
kind of-
exit sign or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So it looks nice. It's a cool idea. But it's a little bit confusing how it works. So what it starts to become is like, so there's two pieces of like board that you're on, right? And then
Yeah.
both pieces, you're only on one of them, and you've got to get.
It's like a
to,
cork board,
you
and
gotta-
there's two pieces of paper tacked
That's
to
it.
it.
Yeah. Well, it's not. Yeah. You've got to work out how to get to the exit, and
Yeah.
there's a door on each one, and you have to connect the doors. So you
Yeah.
can come out of the platforming section, and then what you can do is you can control where the doors or the ladders go. So
But you don't have to do that every time, it looks like.
No, but like, I mean, this is the start. I mean, so if I skip
Right,
ahead,
right.
which I'll skip ahead a few, it starts to get like a little bit more confusing, because then there's like there's 4 little boards and you're on one of them, and this is the bit that confused me. So you know, you've got to work out, okay, if I can connect this ladder to this ladder, I go down, I get up, I get a key, I go across to this door that I've connected, up, down.
It's
down.
sort of Portal-ish in that sense of like, where will you come out?
Little bit. But this is the thing. You can only go through, like, you can only make. Okay, it's really, you can't like isolate the character. Do you know what I mean? So like, if you like connect a door to a door, you walk the character through. If you break those doors, that connection, those doors, like you get zip back to the start, to where you were. So like, if you break the cycle, if you break the where all the doors are connected, I thought you could just go onto a board, deselect the door that you've selected, but I suppose that would make it so easy that you just, so you can only connect
does
each
it
one
ever
once.
feel arbitrary about, like, it kind of feels like this game has the potential to make the rules kind of arbitrary in terms of
It
like,
is arbitrary, yeah,
what you can
exactly
connect
that.
and,
I suppose that's what I'm looking for, is like, it makes, I mean, it's a platformer, I get it, but like, it sort of just makes
it's
no
got
sense.
a weird wrinkle in it.
Yeah. And at first I'm like, this is weird, like, why does it do that? And then then you work out, well that's the puzzle, you know, that's just the puzzle. And if you couldn't do that, then the game would just be so easy that you wouldn't.
And every game like this, I guess, has internal logics that you have to decode when you start playing it. The same with Portal, of course. Once you start getting into it, does it make more sense? Does you feel like
it does, because
once you figure out how its system of logic works?
You learn, you go, right, only one. You can only connect everything once, right? And once it's connected, when you break it, you go back to the start. So basically, what you can do is, if you've got like 4 or 5 signs that you have to connect, you could, in theory, work out how to do the level without moving the character. So as soon as I sort of figured that out, and I was like, oh right, if I just look and then just try and map out how to do it, I don't even have to move the guy. I don't even have to experiment. You know what I mean? I can just work out how everything's connected and do it that way, which for some levels I did. It's pretty good. It's all right, but I don't know. I sort of don't have. I don't know if ever I have the patience for puzzle games anymore, or maybe it's because I don't know what it is really. Maybe it's because, you know, at work I'm always thinking and stuff and doing stuff.
Oh yeah, I hear you.
And so
you don't always want to work out for your brain when you get home.
Yeah, I don't want to think while I'm playing games too much. Whereas before I didn't mind it so much, you know, when I used to drive a van, because I'm not really thinking all day. So it does get tricky quick, and pretty much I described it as like a 2D platformer and a jigsaw puzzle all in one. Do you know what I mean? So imagine the platforming levels are puzzles on a jigsaw, and that's the Pedestrian. So it's a cool looking game. It's a cool idea. I haven't seen this idea before. But
I love the backgrounds. I think the backgrounds look amazing.
Yeah, they does look. It's a good looking game.
So detailed, isn't it?
And I would be interested to see where it went. Do you know what I mean? Like, in terms of where these signs take you, because, you know, you go into a warehouse and then you go on a subway, and then I've seen some of the achievements, and it's like you're in the city and you're in somebody's apartments and stuff. So it'd be interesting to see where it takes it. Yeah, but I don't know whether I have the patience, or this. The only way I can really see myself doing this is like a bit at a time. Do you know what I mean? Just really like, I feel like if I played this for half an hour, I'd be sort of done with it.
Yeah. It looks amazing. Though. I love it.
I mean, I hear you, but I feel like that's why I've always enjoyed having puzzle games to play a little bit at a time. You know what I mean? And so it's like you come home and it's just a little tiny achievement. You do a little bit of a level, or you do a whole level or whatever, and then you move on, you know?
Yeah. I imagine this game would be easier on the PC. This guy who's playing it on the video right now, He's playing it.
Yeah,
on the
Oh,
moving
'cause you have
stuff
to
around
move-
with a mouse.
Yeah.
because just
Yeah.
any whatever
Oh.
you've got like a free cursor on a console, it's just never a great
Mhm.
experience. But it doesn't
Oh.
make it impossible. It just makes it
Right.
clunkier than
A little more of a hassle.
yeah.
Yeah. I must admit, I look at this and I think this is really in Duke's domain. I just imagine you would like
I mean,
this.
I can
I'd say
totally
so,
see
yeah.
myself getting.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
It looks
One of
cool.
these
I do
days,
like the
man.
look of it. One of these days.
One
of these days.
So this is interesting. I'm watching this. Like this guy has done this level and he's got to a dead end. So he's done it wrong basically.
Yeah.
He's made this mistake of like just putting these little bits of the sign around where he thinks they go. And I worked this level out before I moved my character. So I basically
Yeah, rather than doing the trial and error,
Yeah, I
you
didn't do
kind
any
of was
trial
like,
and error.
right, I know what I'm doing.
So I'm
It's
just
funny
like
you say that because I was watching the Duchess play one of the games that I'm going to talk about, and like I had to not look at her. I had to go open a book.
Yeah.
And like, cause there's a part of me that's like, cause I play exactly trial and error, trial and error, trial and error, and she's sitting there like thinking about it. Okay, and I'm like, just start moving things, but I couldn't say that, you know. So
No.
I like, I'm gonna let you play, and I'm gonna go over here, and then she finally got it, and it was like
Yeah.
totally cool.
indeed you do. So that's the Pedestrian, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
The Pedestrian.
I guess
Yeah,
you would
looks good.
say it's not a pedestrian game.
Correct. It's available on Xbox Game Pass. So
There you go.
there's that.
So you're really not paying a lot for it. If you already have Game Pass, why not play
Hey,
it?
it's a
Check it out. Check it out. Check it
out.
out.
Pedestrian, ladies and gentlemen, the Pedestrian.
Yeah, they're pedestrian.
You got to keep
All
saying the name of the
right.
game because when you
Yeah.
listen to a show,
Yeah, you want to know what it was.
you drift off,
Exactly.
and then they're talking about
Right.
games like, what are they talking about? I forgot.
And right, exactly.
The Pedestrian.
The pedestrian.
Yeah, the pedestrian.
And
Dude,
now I'm
what-
going to talk
what are
about,
you talking about? Go.
a game called Staxel. Staxel is what would happen if Minecraft and Stardew Valley had a baby
Ugh.
and the writing wasn't nearly as good and it didn't have the same charm as Stardew Valley or the same versatility of Minecraft. Now, that's not to say it's a bad game. I really don't want to give people that impression. Here's the problem. I think it's Chinny's fault that I'm not in love with this game.
Oh
Uh-oh.
no! What did I
How's
do?
it Chinny's fault? What did you do?
What did
Because-
I do?
I overdosed on mining and building stuff
Mhm.
when I played Factorio.
Mhm.
So I'm kind of in the mindset of like, I don't want to play any games where you have to build things or mine or.
Well, why
you
the
know,
hell are you
grow
playing
stuff.
it then?
Well, because it was on it was cheap on the Steam sale, and I saw someone recommend it on the game recommendation Reddit. So I was like, oh, that sounds good. And it is cute. It's well made. It's got
looks,
depth.
yeah, it looks like Minecraft and Stardew
Charming.
Valley.
It
like,
does.
looks
It
exactly
does. It
like
looks like
It's a 3D
proper,
Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
But it's got some of the Minecraft elements. Now, the biggest difference between this and Minecraft, which is actually kind of irritating, is in Minecraft, for the most part, you can make whatever you want
that. Uh-huh.
as soon as you find the materials, right?
Uh-huh.
But in this game, you have certain crafting benches that you have to use, and they're expensive. So, unlike Minecraft, you don't just get all your materials from the world around you. You need to go to these shops in town, which is kind of like Stardew Valley, right? Okay, that's fine. But like, you know, there's a table saw bench that you use to process wood into lumber. Okay, that's fine. And then there's a cooking bench, and then there's a crafting bench, and then there's a glassworking bench, and then, you know what I mean? There's like 10 different benches. And the shop in town, which is where the video is at right now, has some of these benches for you to use for free, but you got to go running into town. And
Yeah, it
there's
sounds a bit of a
blueprints.
bind.
It's a little bit of you know, here's the thing. Look, Minecraft has created this gold standard. I mean, it's pretty ingenious when you think about it. I don't know that we really think about it much, but Minecraft took this 3x3 grid and made 1 billion things available for creation on that grid. You know what I mean? You use that same crafting table to make a diamond pickaxe and diamond armor as you do to make like a wooden sword, right? That's pretty brilliant because it all depends on the arrangement of the things, right? Not in this game. On this game, you have to do, you know, like if you want to make, I don't know, if you were to make a pickaxe, you would have to cut the wood into lumber and then cut the and of course in Minecraft you can, so anyway, just take a bunch of steps. The point is, this game, Minecraft is this gold standard of ease of use, which this game isn't trying to duplicate, and that's okay. It's just that, you keep running into these like barriers when you're making, I feel like I'm ready to go with certain steps that I got to take, but it's like, no, you got to go into town. No, you got to get this. No, you got to do that. So that's kind of annoying. But on the other hand, the best thing about this game is that you can make like a barn and then put a cow in your barn. And when you get your first cow, this person you're talking to gives you your first barn. And she basically gives you the first cow for your barn. And then you have to get the supplies for your barn. Her name is, when you get a cow, her name is Mootilda.
I get it.
It's very clever. Yeah, so you have to build a barn. So the idea is that like you're building things that other people or creatures will use, which is nice because in Minecraft, of course, you could build an entire city. It's going to be a ghost town forever, right? There's nobody ever going to use that. And that's why this game was recommended, because somebody asked the question, okay, in Terraria, you build places, people will come and use those places. Are there games like that? And one of the big ones that comes up is Dragon Quest Builders 2, which is expensive. And then there's this game, which is cheap. So I was like, well, this game is cheap, and it's even cheaper when it shows up on the Steam sale for like $5. So yeah, it's got farming. It's got, you taking care of the cow. You fixing up your home. It's got some weird quirks. So, most games where in Minecraft and other games like it, like where do you keep your stuff?
In your chests.
Exactly. Correct.
Correct.
But in this game, you don't have chests. What you have is a big bookshelf. When you start out, it's in your home, and you can make or build others or buy them. But you store everything on shelves. So it'll have like, whereas in a Minecraft chest, it'll say like 64 cobblestone or whatever, right? In this game, you'll have like a stack of cobblestone on the shelf on your chest, on your bookshelf. So it's kind of a different way of storing things, which in a way is nice because you can see like what you've got kind of at a glance. You don't have to open the chest to see what's available, right? But on the other hand, it's kind of weird to have, like a door on a shelf right next to some seeds. Because a door and a packet of seeds are not the same size, but when you put them on the shelf, they're the same size. So, I don't know. It's too early to say what I think of this game. It's cute. It works well. The characters are not that interesting, but I don't really care about the characters, to be honest. The farming mechanics work fine. I'm making money quickly. There's some negatives, those that having to use those different, all the complex elements, the processes of building things is a little annoying. So I haven't been playing it a whole lot, but I may go back to it. I don't know. We'll see. My tastes come and go with this sort of thing. So,
It looks all right. I mean, I look at this and I just think Minecraft ripoff.
It is a Minecraft ripoff.
But I'm not a very good one. You know what I mean?
Well, but that's the thing is that like I think they've added enough to make it worth its own game. I'm glad I didn't pay too much for it. I think this is, it depends on what you're interested in, right? Like if you like Stardew Valley, if you like the community aspect, the virtual, village that you're dealing with, I think this could really be up your alley because you do get to know these characters, you do develop relationships with them. It's not just build whatever you want. It's building for a purpose, which, as I've always said, that's going to be the next level where you're building, but there's a reason for it. And in most games, there's no reason. It's just you build because you want to build, and that's fine. But in this game, like in what we're going to see in we saw it in Fallout 4, right? You're building in order to help the settlements prosper. And that's kind of the idea behind this. So.
I guess. Yes, I will talk about another VR game off the App Labs.
Ooh.
I know. I bet you're excited.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm going to talk about a racing game, a car racing game. And it's called V-Speedway Alpha.
Oh, Speedway Alpha.
Speedway, I think it's because it's an alpha. I don't think that's the actual name. I don't know.
Alfa Romeo?
Alfa Romeo. So basically,
Zoom.
If it was that, I'd have broken down by the second corner of the track, just saying. Yeah, I would. But do you know what? It's actually pretty. It feels pretty good. It does feel pretty
Yeah.
good. So
All
they've
right.
made a first person sit in a racing car racing game. The AI is
yeah.
quite tough, so it is a challenge.
Okay.
They are going to try and add a multiplayer to this as they're developing the game because at the moment there isn't one. It's literally race against the AI. What
Okay.
they've very cleverly done though, and I quite like this about it,
Made it look like shit.
they made it look like shit, but no, what they've cleverly done, they've got one sort of track, if you will,
Yeah.
that they've then split up into lots of little different sections for different shapes of
Okay.
track.
I
So
got
it's the
you.
same sort of track, but then there's about 6 or 7 tracks within the one massive track. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Can you stop saying
Yeah.
track?
Track. Some are better than others. Some are just for speed. So there's some that's just got lots of straights and not many corners. There's some with lots of windy corners and hairpins and all that kind of stuff. And it's pretty good. It's got some pretty decent, repetitive, generic sort of dancey kind of music in the background. And the actual AI is pretty good. It's a challenge. I must admit, the first
So
race.
how do you steer the wheel with the controllers then?
What's kind of cool about this is you use both side triggers to grip it.
Yeah.
So you've got to pretend you're gripping a steering wheel with your side triggers, but you can adjust to move your hands around the steering wheel as you're steering. I did have a couple of issues sometime when I crashed into the side where it sort of lost tracking of where my hands were, and then I couldn't turn back onto the track, so I had to let go and start again. Okay. So there are some little niggles. But overall, it is a bit basic looking. But
I can see that the person who's playing this video is
crap.
Having,
He's crap.
No,
at
but
it.
they're having the same trouble, I think, where like the steering wheel doesn't seem to read.
I must admit, I didn't have the same issues as this person doing this.
You're just so much better than them.
I was so much better than it. I don't know where the other cars are. Is he just last? I don't know.
Maybe he's doing a test run.
Maybe.
You do like a dry
you
run
could possibly. I didn't do that. I just raced. I want to race cars, man. I don't care.
Yeah.
What I would say is though, the physics feel right. The driving feels right. That's probably this guy. Probably old girl probably crashes in real life a lot.
Oh, it's got to be a girl. She's crashing, huh?
No, I said guy or girl. I said this guy or girl because it could be either. Crashes in real life a lot.
Probably girl. That's what I heard.
Yeah,
I heard.
They are
I hate
shit
women
at this game. But the rear view mirrors are cool. You can see what's behind you, and
I do like mirrors, Stu.
Really, that's the standout thing about this game is that it's got rear view mirrors.
Look, it's got a little detail that just
I do
works.
like mirrors.
I think he's just been.
I just want to be clear to the listeners that Stu's bigging this game up, and for a bit of balance, I'll start talking.
It looks terrible.
It looks like it looks like Lawnmower Man.
If this were a game that I were talking about, Stu would be unrelenting with the criticism of the visuals.
No, but
looks like
graphics. What it is.
It looks like
I don't care myself. I'm just letting the listeners know.
It looks like really early CGI in a Hollywood movie sort of graphic. It looks terrible. Terrible.
Do you know what though? The physics and the driving feels good.
Yeah.
Though it looks a bit shit.
Yeah.
But it plays really well. And again, can I just say it's free? It's a totally free
but
game.
the thing is,
it's free.
What do you want, Chinny? It's free.
Yeah, what do you want? It's free.
There's one type of game that always looks good, right?
Yeah. And that's a free game.
And it's car games, right? Every time you see a car game, they always look good. Yeah. Shiny metal objects are the easiest.
The clouds
thing to
look
make.
good in this game.
Fuck off.
Clouds look well good.
No, it's a no from me.
No,
I can't believe that's where you're going with this, Stu.
The driving
Clouds
feels
look
good, and I think they concentrated more on how it feels than how it looks.
Clearly.
They certainly didn't focus on how it looks.
It's fine. The braking works fine. The cornering's good.
So how do you do the braking and
the trigger? Obviously, same as on a controller, really. So, so right trigger is right trigger is your brake. No, right trigger.
Accelerator.
Yeah, right trigger's accelerator. Left trigger's your brake. Yeah, sorry.
Do the buttons
do forgive you?
You can honk your horn, I think, with one of the face buttons. I think you honk your horn. I think that's about it, really. That's where you don't need anything else here. Let's be honest.
Clearly not.
But works fine. It works fine. I give it a go. Again, he's free.
He's caught up with the other cars. Look,
no, he's being lapped. Yeah. Oh, there's been a big crash, I think. Oh my God, there's a pile
No,
up in
no,
this game.
I think it's finished. Look, it's finished.
Oh, maybe because he was crap at it.
Sort of like how you're finished. We're
Yeah.
talking about this game.
I see what you did there. That's very clever.
I'm finished. By the way, it's called V-Speedway. We should repeat that just in case people.
Speedway.
V-Speed. By the way, for anyone who doesn't know how to install AppLab games,
Oh, and we all don't. We need to know.
it's a little bit tricky. It's not that straightforward. So you can
Chinny, you just gotta let
sometimes.
people know. If you want to get to the
sometimes-
worst games available for the VR,
If you want to
headset, here's what
download
you do.
the worst games that are available on the Quest,
Yeah,
listen
yeah.
up, ladies and gentlemen.
If you want to download them, they make it very difficult.
Not
So
only are they bad games, but they're hard to get.
they're hard to get.
But don't worry, we're gonna walk you through
But
it.
don't worry, we're going to waste
Don't worry.
a lot
If
of
you have-
time telling you how to do it. Go on,
If you have
Sam.
the
Not a lot
app,
of time.
if you have the app on your phone and you just search these on the internet, when you get the link, you just click on the link, and it'll ask you, do you want to open it in the Oculus app? And that's kind of the easiest way to do it. It'll just open on the page to either buy it or get it or whatever it is, regardless of whether it's free or paid for. Sometimes when you search them, they come up at the bottom. It'll say see other choices, and you click on that, and then it shows you the App Lab choice. And then sometimes they don't. I don't know. It's all a bit hit and miss.
We don't know how it works.
Wow.
Don't know.
It's
I
hit
don't
and
know.
miss.
It's a bit
I
like
don't
sometimes
know.
it works, sometimes it
Give
doesn't.
it a try. Go
Alright,
look at
give it a
things
go.
and see if you can find them.
If you can
All
find one,
right,
give
is
it a
it
go.
Chinny's turn to talk about a game?
Yes,
think
I think
Chinny's
it is.
Probably. I finished Maneater.
Oh,
okay,
man.
the shark game.
So
Yeah.
how many hours? How many hours is
Well,
this?
I was shocked to find out how many hours I put into that thing.
Oh God.
Because I was like, I've probably put like 18 hours into it, maybe. And then I looked at it and I was like, oh, 33 hours I've put into
Wow.
Wow, that's a lot of hours.
That's a lot of
It
hours.
is.
So,
Intense.
yeah, it's for people that don't remember, it's a game where you're a shark and you have to eat stuff, basicly. And
Did you like the ending?
Yeah, it's all right. So the guy on the screen now, his name's is it like Scully Pete or Sully Pete? I don't know. And you evolve your shark, and then eventually you become a mega shark. And then when you're a mega shark, you are ready to take him on, and you do. As I said last week or the week before, this game is better than it should be. That was last week, wasn't it? It's better than it should be. It's got fully voiced cutscenes acted. It's got a story. It's all sort of tongue-in-cheek. It's very good, very funny. It probably becomes a little bit of a grind towards the end, which
You say it probably becomes, don't you know?
Yeah, do you not know? Do you not
I
play
suppose
this?
for most people, it would.
Okay.
I can see.
Was
a lot.
it? Did it? But it didn't feel grindy for you. I mean,
It did.
You're
it did.
surprised by how. Okay.
It
sorry.
did, but I sort of felt like I don't mind a bit of a grind in a game.
Okay.
Sometimes
Gotcha.
if I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
And
sure.
I'm just
I mean,
watching.
you don't
this
even
now.
realize the hours are going by. Apparently.
I'm just watching this now, and I'm like, wow, like you are tiny when you start. Like you're just this huge bastard shark at the end.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can find some clips of like.
Yeah,
really-
find the end shark. The giant shark.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So it's cool. It's an alright game, and I think I really enjoyed it. I just thought it was a fun game. There is a DLC, and I was sort of debating whether to buy it. It's £11, British pound.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's what I mentioned last time.
Yeah, well, I didn't know about it, but in the game, they you finish the game, and then you do a couple of missions, and it's like, hey, if you want to carry on this storyline, go buy this DLC, and I'm like,
The Truth Quest DLC.
yeah. So it's again more of the same stuff, but it's more sort of like conspiracy theory and why
It's more truthful.
It's
yeah.
what it's like. It's about like there was why your shark evolved the way it did. I think is the general story. But I tell you what, when you're a mega shark, when you're always faced with the first big thing that you're faced with when you play in the game is like a level 8 alligator. Then you see a level 15 alligator, and you're like, okay. And then you see when you're level 30, and when you're like, at the end of the game, you're seeing level 20 like sharks and level 23 sharks, and you're just eating them straight away. Like that, you feel
Yeah.
so powerful, because like
Yeah.
anything level 10 was just giving you jip, and now you see a
Right.
shark and you don't even fucking bother eating it. You're just like, whatever. I can't bother. And then
what's the point?
you see like a humpback whale, and
Yeah.
the killer whales are quite vicious as well, and they all behave differently. So like it's quite cool how they've done it. But yeah, it's good, and like you definitely get better at it as you go on as well, and there's some cool upgrades. So I would say Maneater is well worth your time if you're into if you just like progression in games. It's like it's a linear game. Well, it is open world, to be fair, but there's only one way you're going, and that's like to grow your shark, evolve it, get some powers. You've got a boss. You eat people. They're hilarious, and there's nothing more scary than a shark just walking on land, basically just bouncing on land, eating people out of nowhere. It's so terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very cool and very good. But like the grind comes from, after a while, it just when you kill humans, like the shark hunters come, and you can.
Yeah.
There's like 10 levels of those shark hunters.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get the achievement for killing all 10 levels of them, and that becomes difficult. I got all the signs. I completed it 100%, I should say. That's why it was a grind.
Wow.
Yeah, so I got all the signs. I got all the there's like landmarks. I got all the cache, like little caches that you can get. So that's why it was a grind, is because I.
So can I just check? Is this your brother on screen here, Scaly Pete?
No, that's not my brother. No.
Ah, just checking.
No. So yeah, it might not feel as much of a grind if you don't commit to doing all those things, but it didn't. Really,
Oh, hey, ginger balls.
Didn't really. Yeah, it didn't really feel like it was too difficult to do, because everything's sort of marked out on the map as you swim around anyway. So there you go, Maneater, everybody. Maneater, very good, very good. Pleased with that.
That's cool. I'm liking the look of the shark hunter boss fights. That's
Check it out. Just check it out.
Check it out, man. It's on Game Pass. You don't have to pay. It's even good. The price is right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of puzzle games, which we weren't, but now I am.
Now you are.
Yeah, the game that I mentioned before that the Duchess had a whirl on is called Cat Slide Tiles. Now, I don't know about y'all, but have you ever gotten into those?
Oh God, it's got cat in the title.
What the fuck? Jesus Christ! As soon as I start talking about the game, I haven't mentioned it. You haven't seen it. Oh God, cat! It's got cat. In the
I hate cats. I'm sorry.
Well, great. Why don't you complain more?
Hate them. Hate cats. Ugh.
No, to answer your question, Duke, I used to like those slidey puzzles.
You know what
as
I'm
a
talking
kid.
about?
Yeah, but then I'd used to just take out all the pieces and put them all back in.
Yeah.
Well,
I
for some
hate those
reason,
games.
at one point I just got nuts for them. I was just obsessed. Blah, blah, blah. And as soon as the internet came around, I found, websites aplenty where you can just whoop 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 whoop. And this game isn't exactly like that, but it's sort of along those lines. It's a very basic game. The idea is you have a cat and you have an exit, and you have to slide the pieces of the world around. It's in a 3/4 view, and you have to create a path so the cat can go along. And the trick is that there are 3 keys scattered on the map somewhere. The cat has to get all 3 keys. So sometimes it's possible to make a path that's very short, but that won't work because he has to get all 3 keys. It's the type of game where you can just start it up, play a level, and then close it up, and you get that little bit of boost for feeling, hey, I did this. Which, by the way, is very nice because I also reinstalled Mahjong. Like, I've been kind of bonkers for the Mahjong Solitaire. Y'all played that? You know what I'm talking about?
No, I play the Mahjong that isn't real Mahjong. It's like the match 2. That's not real Mahjong.
Yeah, that's what I play. It's not real Mahjong, right? But that's what I think. That's what I think of when I think of Mahjong.
Yeah, that's
Solitaire.
what I think of when I play.
Right.
But I've got an app on my phone that is a traditional Mahjong, which I play now.
Oh, okay. The actual Mahjong. Yeah, no, I've never learned how to play that. But I wanted to when I read Joy Luck Club. But anyway, so the thing with the Mahjong Solitaire game is sometimes it's so frustrating because you'll I'll end up with getting all of them cleared except the 2 that are on top of each other, and you're just like, nah, you motherfuckers. So this game doesn't have that same kind of frustration. It's a little annoying in the way that it would be nice if you could move the tiles more than one at a time, you know, you have to click and drag it to the left or to the right or up or down, wherever you're moving it, and then you have to let go and then do it again. It would be nice if it were a little more fluid in terms of how you move the tiles around. But that said, it's cute. It's fluid.
It looks quite nice. It's like
Yeah.
it's like when you say look one of those slide puzzle games. It's not flat. It's 3D. It's got graphics and things and.
Yep. Yeah. And it's like, you know, it's nothing major. You see where the cat starts. You see where the ending is.
So you got to
can't
take the
move
cat
those
to that
tiles.
little gate thing, right? Have you seen what you're gonna do?
Exactly. And you know, there's occasionally other tiles you can't move. If it's got rocks in it, you can't move that tile. So you have to move the other things around it. And it's you know, it's not a huge brain teaser, but it's just enough to keep you guessing. And it's fun. It's worth you know, I got it for like $2 or maybe $1 on the Steam sale. And again, I like having a game going where I can just dip in, do a level, and dip out.
Yeah, I'm just
good
trying to
one.
work this one out. Actually, I'm trying to figure.
Are you playing this? This isn't you.
No, this isn't me. But I'm trying.
Are you
to...
trying to figure it out?
Have you
while
got to
you watch
use?
it?
Have you got to use every piece of road? Can you?
No, not always. Usually you do, but not always. So.
Yeah, this would frustrate me. I think I'd get a bit like.
Yeah.
I don't.
But it again, like I said, it's the type of game where I like to just start moving the tiles around, and eventually something will fall into place.
Yeah.
Because if I try to think about it too much, I get frustrated. So, you know, I think there is a place to be. You know, there's something to be said for just.
Oh, I figured it out.
Shuffling things around.
Yeah.
You know, just like futzing with it.
Futzing.
Futzing.
But the thing is, oh yeah, they've done it. So you figure it out, but you can't always get the tiles to where they want to be. So you're like,
well,
I know
it
what
takes
I'm
a
gonna
while
do.
once you figured it out to figure out, like how you're gonna make
How am I
it
going to
work.
move them around? But is there always 2 gaps? Because on traditional slide tiles, there's only 1 gap.
Yeah, that's true. No, so far as I know, the levels I've played, there's sometimes even more. So it's nice in that regard because
That's very
the
generous.
logistics of moving things around, isn't quite as headachy.
No.
So,
Cool.
yeah, it's fun. Slide tiles.
Cat slide tiles, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Cat slide
slide tiles.
Stu, you're back.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the game Chinny and I played together.
Aha.
Oh.
Yes, we did.
Naked boy fight.
No. But it did involve sticking something in something. That is true. That is not a lie. We stuck things in things, didn't we, Chinny? Because we played some darts together.
You've talked about this already, so there's nothing to say, right?
I have, but I haven't played the multiplayer before. So Chinny and I
different from the single player.
Chinny and I got a room.
Oh yeah.
We got a room. Also, I put it on medium difficulty, and on easy I was great, and on medium I was a bit shit. I think
Oh
it's fair to
snap!
say.
Well, that's okay.
You really suck.
Chinny was a fucking demon.
Chinny.
Right? He started. I feel like he was still playing on easy. I don't know what was going on.
Nah.
But I put it on medium, and I was fucking struggling, man. I was still doing all right ish, but Chinny's fucking 140s, 100,
Yeah.
another 140.
I thought it was easy. I just thought it was.
I know, and I was proper struggling.
Yeah, because this is. Let me tell you how my version of what happened. Right, she goes, all right, well, we start in the game. All right, I literally hadn't thrown a dart, or like I think there's like 3 in the tutorial. Right, and I'm like, okay,
yeah.
And then like Stu's like, come on, let's play. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going on. All right, yeah. And he wins the first game, and he's like, what? I was like, okay, and then.
I won quite a few, to be fair, until we put up the difficulty level.
And then I was like, yeah, you won about 2 or 3, and on easy. And then I was like, oh, easy's like really easy, I find.
Yeah, well,
and then she was like, let's turn up the difficulty. I was like, all right, and you get like less of a line, and I was just unstoppable.
You were.
Unstoppable.
I have to give it to you, man. You were nailing it
every time.
Even right. I was like, oh well, I can catch him up while he's trying to get the doubles. No. It's like first start nearly every time on the doubles. I'm just like, you kidding?
Like you could just hear Stu dying inside.
I was died a little bit.
He was just like, bloody
But I barely got under 100, did I? I probably got under 100 about twice.
Yeah, before I
But even then, I got nowhere near. I didn't even get a chance at a double. I didn't get a chance to actually win the game.
No, it's ridiculous.
At all.
How good I was at it, which is quite ironic because I'm quite bad at real darts. You see,
you're good at the pretend darts.
Pretend darts, I'm very.
What did you think though? What did you think of the game?
I thought it was okay. It didn't like blow my nipples off, but I think I enjoyed.
That would be very painful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
I enjoyed poker more.
Yeah.
Than darts.
Is that because it's a more casual kind of game? Like, or darts is you got to move around, you got to throw things. Poker, you're just sitting there.
My arm was hurting after
a
while. Like I was. It was starting to like, because I mean we played for a solid hour, didn't we?
An hour, yeah. I can't believe how fast that hour went. Because Kay said you can play for an hour, then we've got stuff to do, and I was like, right, okay. And then she's like, right, your hour's up, and I'm like, you're lying. I had to have a look at the time. Like, God, no, it is an hour.
So I was
Time
like,
flies when you're having fun.
Yeah.
My arm was just hurting, and I was, like darts is fine, but like it's 501 and 301, and it's just the same, I suppose, because we did like Flight Club, in real life. Have you heard of Flight Club, Stu?
No.
So Flight Club is like a chain of clubs.
You're not supposed to talk about it.
So Flight Club is like, it's darts but made all trendy and cool in real life.
Okay.
So the dartboard is connected. It's a real dartboard. It's a normal dartboard, but it's connected to a computer, and it does all the games for you on this cool screen. So you can play like the standard 501, but you can play like Killer, Around the Clock, like another game.
I think that either they are bringing mini games or there might be some that I just haven't seen, but I didn't see any. But I do believe they're going to add mini games.
Yeah, but like
they're going to add all that
Flight
stuff
Club
in.
just makes it's in a real club, and we did it for Christmas at work, and you've got food and like you've got like one dartboard, whereas there's something about like having, because you're on your dartboard, I'm on my dartboard.
Yeah.
So there's no like
swapping.
There's no swapping, which I know slows the game down, but like there's no tension because you're just so focused on your thing. There's no pressure. Like it takes the pressure off a bit because you're not you don't really pay attention to like the other person a little. I mean you can, but like you're so focused on sort of just getting you. I mean if you wanted to wait you could, but I just think like there's something in like taking turns. Like there's darts is a game where it's similar to snooker in a way where you don't have any influence on the other person at all other than your performance. Like
hey, watch out!
Your performance is the only thing you can do to put them off.
Right.
And
you talk shit, but
you can talk shit. But I think that's.
I'll be honest, Chinny, your performance was definitely putting me off.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it was all right though. I mean, it's
pretty good. I mean,
I'd like to try the bowling. I think I'd enjoy
the bowling works really well as well.
I think I'd enjoy the bowling more.
Than
the darts. But like, it's a shame really because I wish poker, darts, and bowling, because bowling's in the same game, isn't it?
It should all be the same game.
Yeah, you can kind of go to the other door, but then it'll just load up your bowling game.
But I wish like the poker
Wii
was
Sports
in the same game.
VR version.
Yeah. Like just like a pub where you could play like darts and pool and just like
bowling,
all this stuff that would be cool. But I'm supposed they're only just one
Axe Murderer VR experience. That would be a good
thing that'd be cool. The only thing I would say that's pretty good is it's cheap. I mean, it's $7.99, so it's not a massive investment.
Yeah, it is.
So it doesn't cost you a whole lot of money, and they've got a lot of cool darts. I mean, I had some slot darts, and every time you got a treble, loads of coins flew out of your dart.
It's okay. I mean, it's sort of exactly what you think it would be. There's no $7.99. I didn't regret buying it. I'm sure we'll play it again. If there was like
definitely.
If there was like more of us in the game, I think that would be cool as well. And I was playing hip hop on the.
You had 50 Cent, didn't you, on the YouTube?
I had 50 Cent, and I was dancing away. So It was
So
good.
sorry, when you're looking at Chinny's avatar, like you can see him dancing and stuff. Is
Yeah, yeah. Oh, we were
But you,
dancing.
but you
I saw him
can't you
dancing.
can't hear each other's music, so you're only playing your
Right.
own music.
Yeah, which is a bit weird, but I'm guessing that's just kind of an implementation thing. I don't think it's
so.
anything to do with licensing. I would imagine it's just
Well, no.
difficult to get everyone to hear the same music. I don't know.
Well,
It's a bit
I don't
weird.
know. GTA worked it out, but whatever. I think I want to try the bowling, but also
Bowling.
what happened was because I switched on my VR, I saw that poker had an update.
Yeah, the
and it's got
roulette.
roulette on it now.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'd be
Ooh.
really keen to
Yeah, we
try
should
Here's a
play
piece
some
of
of that.
here's a piece of advice for when you play that. Always bet on black.
Always been on black. I
see
think
that
you'll
passenger
lose
57?
your cash very quickly. is
Well,
all
yeah, I
I'll
mean,
say.
well, that's what they're all designed for, isn't it?
That's
Yeah.
the
Well,
way casinos
poker-
work.
Poker's not too bad because you can play all night and barely lose any cash. You know what I mean?
Well, it depends
But-
on how good you are at it. You
Well,
might
it depends how much
lose
you
a lot
bet.
of cash.
But
Yeah.
but roulette, man, that'll be a money.
Yeah.
It's like the slots that they have on that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the slots eat your money very quickly.
Yeah, they do.
Yes.
But I don't know. I just feel like a night of roulette that could be fun. You know, just
Yeah.
to change
No, we
it
should
up.
definitely do it. We should definitely do
have
it.
a go on that. Yeah, I'd love to try that.
As Michael Scott
Uh,
once said during a casino night, old friends, new lovers, and the disabled.
Sure.
Okay.
Um,
Adam's up for it, by the way. He
course.
did.
Oh,
he did
well, then it's
message
on.
me, Adam. And Adam Birmingham. Adam Birmingham.
stop
He's
saying his name weird.
Birmingham. He said, I want to get back into the VR stuff. So
Yeah.
when you're playing again, so he's available Monday to Fridays, I think he said.
That's a big window.
I know Monday to Fridays, but not at the weekend. Weekends are out.
Mm.
Yeah.
So it's like during the week he's available, and I said, well, he's going to get the darts, so we can get him in on the darts.
Mm.
So we're going to get darts, so we're going to be playing some of that.
Cool.
But
yeah,
so
I
yeah,
thought
should
it
be
was
fun.
okay. I thought for $7.99 it's not too bad. I can't see it doesn't get me excited like poker. For some reason, poker's cool because you just sitting chilling,
Yeah.
and you're playing the game, and it's not too intensive. You're not lifting your arm all the time. It's just a good social. You're just chatting. You just the
Yeah,
game
just
is
chatting.
just
Chatting
chatting.
shit.
Yeah. I mean, most of the time, if you get a good conversation going, you're not even paying attention to the cards.
No,
you're
you're
just
not.
Playing.
You don't.
So it's so cool.
But he's going to get the walkabout mini golf as well. He said, so we can play
Yeah,
that
that'd be
together.
good, yeah.
So.
Yeah,
So that's
I
good
was.
fun.
I think I'd prefer walkabout mini golf to darts.
Yeah, it takes a bit longer and there's more to it, isn't
More
there?
to it.
And also, Chinny, I don't know, but have you tried any of the night courses? You know, the more difficult ones?
All I've played is what I played with you. So
Yeah,
whatever.
because I've played some of the night ones and they're really cool. So they're a bit more atmosphere because it's pitch black and whatever. And there's like candles dotted around the courses and what have you. And
Are they like candles in the wind?
candles in the wind, just like
Seems to
that.
me, live your life.
Luckily, you're crap at singing, so we won't get a copyright. strike
Like
for that.
Next.
Next.
Next,
Duke, it's
it's,
back to you, Duke.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I got one more here. Yup. Y'all remember a game I played once upon a time called Assemble with Care?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a fun game where people bring you their broken crap and you have to fix it.
I
Well,
do remember this.
Well,
Well,
next question. There's a game coming out soon. It's not out yet, but the demo's out on
Ooh.
Steam. You can play the demo for free. And it's called Electrician Simulator First
Wow.
Shock.
Wow.
And the reason I mention Assemble with Care is because that's a pretty basic game, but this game is the same sort of idea, only significantly more in depth.
well, it's a
So-
simulator, so you'd
Yeah,
expect
it's a
that.
sim, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, there's simulators and then there's simulators, right? So that Stardew Valley is a farming sim, kind of, but it's not like farming simulator. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it
So
doesn't call
this
itself
game-
a simulator, does it, though?
No, but whatever. Anyway, the point is, like Train Simulator, is that really like driving a train? Kind of.
Apparently.
Anyway, the point
Hmm.
is, well, I don't know. I've never driven a train. I couldn't say. Anyway, here's the thing. This game, Electrician Simulator, First Shock, is like Assemble with Care, only more realistic, I assume.
I could,
There's
I
a lot of
could,
people
I
who-
could do with playing this just to
You
train
could.
myself how
Yeah.
to do.
Well,
stuff.
that's the thing is I couldn't say. I mean, there are people who have written reviews of this demo on Steam that say I am an electrician and this is pretty accurate or whatever. So taking their word for it. It's
Can
fun.
you can you get killed if you do it wrong?
I don't know that you can get killed, but you do get shocked. Although I always turned off the fuse before I messed with it. So
Well, that's just
I don't know.
That's what you do.
That's electrics
You just
101.
stick around. You put your screwdriver in there, and you see what happens.
Yeah.
So anyway, the idea is that you get these jobs, and first of all, it's kind of weird because there's a story around the demo that's like, "Hey son, I'm glad you decided to go into the family business, and like here's $200. Aren't I the best dad ever?" It's like, okay, stop with the info dumping. We get it. It's your dad helping you out with this, and he helps you buy supplies and stuff, and it's fine.
Wow,
and,
gee, this reminds me of that time when I'd run over all those kids.
Right. So you go, you get a job. It's like, my bathroom light isn't working or whatever. And you go in and you go in and you open up the fixture and like the wires aren't even connected. And you're just like, why does this person live in a house?
Yeah.
And it looks
with
like
no
they didn't just move
wires.
in. They didn't just move in.
Have they just
and the
built this
wires-
house? It was only
I
built
know, right?
yesterday.
I've been living in this house for a year, but for some reason I never bothered using the light in
There's
the
all,
bathroom.
I mean, anybody who's lived in a house, you know that there's always those jobs that you just put off.
Yeah. Maybe.
like
maybe.
having a light in the bathroom. Yeah.
Maybe you're the shit Sparky who did the
Yeah.
electrics for this house badly, and you've got to go back and sort out the.
That's pretty badly. That's
job
not even
you
trying to
made.
plug them in. You're just like, just don't bother connecting that one.
Yeah,
Anyway, the
never
point
mind.
is that you connect the wires and get it all working, and then you reassemble it and you test it out, and then it takes you to a more sophisticated job. where
Can
you
I
have to-
can I just say, right? I have fitted light switches, light fittings, all sorts of crap in my
Stuart's
house.
done this for real, so
I've
he
done
can
this for
comment
real,
on
right?
whether it's realistic or
Those
not.
wires do not stretch like that. I'm just saying. Most of the
You're
time,
right,
you're like,
Stuart. The
I've barely
video
got
ga-
enough wire to do this, but I'm gonna make it go in.
Well, you know what, Stuart? We could talk about the realism of VR darts too. I'm sure.
Actually, it is.
The point is,
Don't even challenge him, Duke.
It is
about
quite realistic,
Ah,
man. I
you
was,
should
I
let
was
it go,
shit at it.
shouldn't I?
like
You're
I am
right,
in real
Stuart.
life.
This video game about electrician work is not 100% realistic with the wires moving. That's correct. However, it is fun and it's satisfying, and you get it working and it lights up and it's like, yeah. Now, there's not a lot you got to do for the early missions, obviously, but nevertheless, there is one where this person has like a Game Boy and it's not working and you have to undo it. And, it's this device is very much like Assemble with Care because there's, maybe, I don't know, 7 or 8 pieces you got to take apart and then put it back together. And, putting it back together is basically just clicking on it and it moves the thing back into place.
If Tara caught me playing this game,
she would go, why not do this for real? And
She
the thing
would.
that's busted upstairs.
because we have a light in our landing that doesn't work at the moment,
Oh,
and
I'm guessing it's more than just a bulb change.
yeah, I can do bulb changes, Stu.
Yeah.
I changed this bulb that you see.
Well,
right now.
I'm guessing that. That's what I mean. I'm guessing it's
I've
more than
tried
just
the
changing
bulbs,
the bulb.
Stu. Right.
I
would
changed it
imagine
twice.
you
It's still
did.
not working.
And yeah, and if she caught me playing this, she'd be like,
You should say, I'm training how to
I'm
get better
training,
at it.
yeah.
Yeah, this is
Training,
helping me
training.
learn how it works.
Do you know what would be cool in this game if they had like fixing a red ring of death on an original Xbox 360? That's what
I think that's a pretty complicated process. Like Microsoft didn't even fix those; they just sent you a different one.
Put them in the bin.
But anyway, it's fun. Like it's it's satisfying. You fix things out, and again, like it's pretty simple. Like it's hard to do it wrong. I can't imagine how you'd get it wrong because as soon as you take a component out that's bad, it just says on the left side of the screen like bad, condition good, or condition broken, and then you just click on it and you're like replace this piece.
I wish
and it gives you
real
a new one.
electronics was that good.
I know
It
that
would be
easy.
so nice if it just said bad, good.
Yeah.
My
It
God,
looks
is
like this guy's about to stab this TV with a screwdriver.
I know, is he
but that's
fixing
not
the
what's going
telly?
on. Well, you got to fix the circuit. And so this is where it gets interesting because you have to rewire certain areas because, in this case, it's just that the wires aren't hooked up right. But in other cases, this person's garage lights, he just moved into a garage and it's like not working. So, you have to go in and you have to figure out where the wires are and this and that. And I think that person just shocked himself on the screen. So it's interesting because there's like I said, it's more in depth than the Assemble with Care.
I like the
guess
way
is
you
that-
said. Can I just say, I like the way you said. In the game, this is trivial. In real life, this could be lethal.
Yes, it could.
Yes, it could. You could die.
Yes, it could. Yes, it could. you know, and I assume that as you go through the game, it's more and more sophisticated. It's more and more complicated in terms of what you have to wire and how you have to arrange things. But one of the things I like most, which is a very minor aesthetic detail, and it's very silly, but it's nice. When you're putting the wires up, you can send them up the wall at a 45-degree angle. You know what I mean? Like, it'll do it at right angles. So you don't have this weird wire just dangling everywhere. When I'm playing Fallout 4, which, by the way, I've been playing a lot of lately, you set up those settlements, you have a generator on the ground, the top part of it is at eye level, and then you hook a wire up to something. You got wires just dangling everywhere, and it's like, God, I wanted a way to move these out of the way, but you can't. So, yeah, it's nice in this game that you can, you know, arrange the wire, and you can hide them and show them.
I'm assuming this is a European developer because the plug sockets are European, aren't they?
Right, that's what I'm guessing too. But the funny thing is, funny you mentioned that. When you are in the main shop where you get your missions and stuff and you buy your supplies, there's a bunch of license plates sitting around, and they're all from the U.S. So
That's
I'm like,
weird.
I don't know where this is supposed to be.
Yeah, because they're definitely EU plugs.
They are definitely EU plugs, yes. But maybe it's just a really European neighborhood.
Maybe.
No, that's not how electricity works. You can't just decide.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
So
anyway,
I mean,
Electrician Simulator.
An improvement will be to allow you to choose your locality because obviously plugs are different.
Wow, that would make making two different
Fucking hell,
games.
I mean,
7 different games.
I'm watching this.
I want UK
I'm watching
free
this.
pin plugs.
I'm watching this, right? This electrician, he's plugging the fucking TV in. It's not that complicated.
And the light
Well, you have
switch.
to test
you
it
see the
out.
light switch?
That's the job says my TV won't work. Can you fix whatever's wrong? So
Plug
you
it
have
in.
to, you know, make sure that. But the
And
wiring
I've
was
got
bad.
a
and
question,
the plug,
dude. I've got a
she had
question.
What's
plugged
wrong
in.
with this
Yes, what's your-
house?
I know. I've got a question,
Well,
right?
that's why it's ridiculous, because this person's like, I just moved in, the TV won't work, the lamp won't work,
The
these outlets
person
are
who moved
messed
out
up.
fucking hated you.
Yeah, they did. They
They're gonna
rewired
go
all,
in and
all
cut the wires on
sockets
the
before they
outlets.
were left. Yeah, let's cut all
Yes.
these wires.
When I moved into
All
this
right, Stu.
house,
Nothing
they
works.
removed all the lighting.
They removed the floors.
No,
There's no floors.
Yeah, they removed the walls, but the windows are still there. No, they
Yeah.
How are they up? They just are.
they removed the light bulbs and the light fixtures and stuff. So
People
like,
do that.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
people
I
do
just
that.
thought that was so stingy.
Like in the
I
movie
was-
People are
moving.
weird. People are
So
weird.
Stu, Chinny, you said you had a question.
I can't remember saying that if I did, but
No,
I'm going...
Stu said he had a question.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, I did. I was just going to, well, I more or less made my point. So I was going to say, why on earth was the plug wired wrongly in the first place, and what the
Well,
hell
it's a
did the previous
ridiculous
owners
idea.
do?
I know, no
Yeah,
doubt.
but
It
you
would make
already
more
answered
sense
it
if
as
they
you were
said.
talking.
It would make more sense if they said, "We're almost done with this house. We just need you to fix up the."
Yeah, do the
outlets."
final fix on the electrics.
And then this is the weirdest thing. At one point, you get called in to do this dude's like basement grow lights, and he's like, "Don't tell anybody about these, right? Like, this is a
Cannabis,
secret
he's doing
job, right?"
cannabis.
Yeah, and of
He's
course,
doing
it's the
cannabis.
one black customer in the game. Like, really? Could you be more racist, electrician?
Wow.
Come on, man.
Hmm.
Yeah, man, I need someone to fix me grow lights, yeah, Rastafari. Like, come on.
Yeah, that's not in the least bit racist there, dude.
Nope.
Yeah. Anyway, flipping heck.
Anyway.
Yeah, don't play this. It's racist. Right.
Well, I mean, that one element is racist, but the rest of the game is fun. It's you know, it's satisfying when you do the jobs. I'm gonna get this when it comes out. I don't know if I'll pay full price as soon as it appears, but it's
Yeah.
on my wish list. So who knows? Maybe Chinny will buy it
So-
for me and ruin my life.
So this week,
Nope.
right? Yeah, maybe you will. So this week, right, I was like, I want to play a game that's like a comfy
weird
pair
thing
of
to say.
slippers.
Okay.
Like a comfy pair of slippers.
Yeah.
Was there-
like
was
Rocket
there
League or
Slip,
Minecraft.
Slipper Simulator, was that about?
Slipper Simulator.
VR.
And then I noticed that Mass Effect Legendary Edition is now on Game Pass.
Oh, dude. you
I
play a game you
know.
already
So I was like,
played.
you know what? I'm going to reinstall the original Mass Effect. Because I haven't played this since it came. When did this come out? 2008?
Do you want
Something
the
like that.
actual numbers? You ready?
Go.
Ready.
2007 Mass Effect 1,
Oh, so close.
2009
Yeah.
Mass Effect 2, and then hold on. I think hold on, no. 2000 and oh, I'm doubting myself now. 2009 2009 is Mass Effect 2.
Yeah.
It must be 2012 for Mass Effect 3. Duke.
I don't know. I didn't even know it was that old. To be
So
honest.
I know for a fact Mass Effect is 2007. That's like
Jesus.
bam.
Mass Effect 3 came out in 2012.
Hey!
Was about
job.
2? Was 2 2009?
Hang on a second. Mass Effect 2 came out in 2010. January 26, 2010. So it's
close.
It's understandable.
So I always get confused with Mass Effect 2 is because I bought it when it came out, but I played it exactly a year later. So I'm like, did it come out in 2009 or 10?
Right.
Or, I can't remember, but yeah, 2010.
Well, in that case, it's even longer ago because I only ever played this once when it first released.
Same.
So I haven't played this game for 14 years.
The first one, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a long time.
I was thinking about the same thing. Sorry to cut you off there, Stu, but it is about the same subject, but pretty much. I was thinking, I've only played GTA 5 once.
Right.
Wow.
When did GTA 5 come out? You tell me. Do you remember?
It's longer ago now than you think. Was it 20? Let me have a think about this. I think that came out 2015?
2013. That game.
Fucking hell, is it
So
really that old?
game is
Oh,
now
mate.
9 years
I
old.
can't believe that's 9 years ago. That is
9
fucking
years old.
mental.
And I thought about it. I was like, I've only ever played. I bought it
fucking
twice. I've
mental.
bought GTA 5 twice. I bought it
Why
for
did
the
you buy it the second time?
for the 360 for the first time.
Yeah.
Because it came
Wow.
out before Xbox One, and then I bought it again for the Xbox One, and they added like the first person view. And I never played the
Right.
single player game on
Never
the Xbox
played
One
it,
version.
I can't believe that.
And they're going to
I
release
really
it
can't believe
again
that.
for the Series X, and I'll buy it
Of
again.
course they are. Yeah.
That's just mental.
Because you'll give them money every time. Just like me in Bethesda.
I mean, it doesn't. I mean, it looks better, but does it look much better, Stu?
No, it looks a bit weirder, if anything. The eyeballs are weird.
Oh,
They look like they're constantly staring at stuff.
I mean, it is.
You're talking about Mass Effect now.
Yeah, Mass
I
Effect,
think
yeah.
I think the original face models were better than these.
I don't know.
Well, that's the thing is that high def, like the more.
I mean, like when you look at his
triangles,
eyes just look weird.
Yeah, the more triangles you have, the more like you notice about it. Whereas there's an impressionistic, observation.
I don't
about
know.
The original.
I'm looking at this comparison here. It does look better on the new one.
Oh yeah, it definitely looks better. It definitely looks better. But I'm playing as FemShep because I'm like, I never played as FemShep.
Yeah.
The first time I'm going to play as FemShep. Just correct me if I'm wrong. In the original game, there was no character creator. Was that only introduced in 2?
No, there was a character
Because it
creator
didn't
in
let
1.
me do it. It didn't let me create my own character. I could choose the name, but it was a default ginger herd FemShep.
Well, no, that's weird because I had a black FemShep, so yes, there was a character creator.
Yeah, well, I did think that, but
you have a racist version of the game, Stu.
And maybe I do. I just think maybe
Are you
I
sure
just
you
missed
didn't
it.
miss it?
I must have just missed it.
I think
don't
you
know.
must have skipped over
just
it.
missed it.
Seems like a strange thing for them to miss. Yeah.
Yeah.
So have
very
you just
odd.
started this then?
I have. So
Okay.
I'd forgotten how great the start of this game is.
The start of 2007. Yeah, you land on a planet. You find Ash, don't you? Is that the first
Yes.
thing you do?
Yeah.
And
You
like you
find
get
Ash.
and the bad guy is on that planet, and you sort of miss him, don't you? or something?
Correct. Is it Sauron or something like that?
Sauron,
It's
yeah.
called?
Great baddie.
Yeah.
He's a great baddie in that.
It is a great baddie. So you meet Sauron for the first time. He fucking killing all the locals and all that shit. And there's these scientists. And you found this beacon. So you
Yeah.
find the beacon, and then the beacon possesses you and gives you all this weird information. And then you go back. What's it called? The main mothership thing?
Citadel.
Citadel. So then you go to, and then you get your crew. So that's where you gather your crew, and they have all these little missions that link everybody together to get them onto your crew, and it's cool. Now, I am playing Renegade because obviously I played as a real goodie.
Yeah.
When I played Mass Effect the original time, so I'm playing as a complete badass, just using every, whatever there's the worst option for dialogue is the one I'm choosing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you want to
So,
get that defenestration in.
Yeah, I do. So I'm kind of liking that. It is kind of fun because she is fucking badass when you choose the worst options for dialogue. She is cutting.
Yeah.
Savage. She is savage.
Wicked tongue.
Yeah, so I'm kind of enjoying doing that, and I am going to try to not get Rex killed this time around.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I got him killed.
Do it.
But I'm fully in it. I've played probably 3 hours already straight with no messing.
No
So
fucking
I'm
around.
literally No fucking about. I'm literally about to leave.
So what's the aim for
The
you,
Citadel.
Stu? Here, are you going to play 1, 2, and 3, or are you going to play 1?
I'm going to see how I get on. I'm going to play 1 definitely because I'm in it again, and it's long enough ago that I barely remember the story.
Should I
you know
should
what
I
mean?
play it? Should I start?
I think you should do it. I think you should do this.
No, but I'm saying, should I
Remember
play
when you
along
loved
with?
Mass Effect?
Yeah. I think you should do it. I think you should play it as well.
Y'all should make a decision about like where you're gonna get to each week or something.
Well, what's kind of interesting for me is you can start playing it before it's fully installed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I started doing that, right? And I got to the final bit on the first planet where you get to the beacon. And I kept clicking on it, and it's like, you need to wait for Mass Effect to fully install before you can move forward. And I had to then wait for about half an hour or so until it had fully installed before I could actually move beyond that bit.
Yeah.
Because I got there pretty quick.
You can play it, just don't play too much of it.
Yeah, you can only play up to the beacon.
This is just like this problem I've come across many a time. It's not.
It's not perfect.
No.
It's not perfect. Here's the other
the
issue.
whole like you can play this game before it's downloaded is basically, I think, just a scam. Like I just think
you
it's
can
the
play a
stupidest
little
thing.
bit of it. You can play a little bit.
It works on Guild Wars 2, but a lot of games it doesn't work on.
Yeah.
I mean, it does work, but like
it does work.
it doesn't
But
work very well.
It doesn't work. Well, right. So on Guild Wars 2 it works perfectly, but on other games it doesn't work.
But here's the thing, Chinny, and I'm not sure you're going to be too happy with this.
Mm-hmm.
They have implemented the auto cover thing, which is shit.
Oh crap!
So
Can you not
this
tell
is
Why did they do that?
no. It's just like it doesn't even tell you. It just goes run up to there. And you'll
Well,
go
wait a minute.
into
You
cover.
didn't know if there was a character adjuster, so I don't know if it's true that you can't turn this off.
Well,
I don't know
maybe.
if I trust you, Stu.
You could possibly, but I don't think you can. I think it's just default.
What's it called? Legendary Edition?
Yeah, Legendary Edition. And then the other thing is, what I did do was turn on auto level up your squad.
Yeah, I've
Because I'm
always
like,
turned that
I
on.
cannot be arsed assigning points. Just it'll do what it needs to do.
Yeah.
Because the first time I played this game, I kept getting killed right at the start for a bit, and I couldn't understand what was going on. I'm like, I should be able to. Why am I getting killed all the time?
Mm-hmm.
And then realized I wasn't assigning any level up points to my squad at all.
Well, that'll do it.
That'll do it. So I was just like, it's like double jump in Rocket League. Who knew? So yeah, I did a pretty terrible job the very first time I played this, but this time around I know what I'm doing, and I'm really enjoying it. Like I say, the voice acting's pretty good. It's got Seth Rogen's in it. He plays a Joker, doesn't he? Is that right? From what I can remember. Is it not? Not Seth Rogen.
It is a Seth.
It is a Seth. Seth Green. Is it Seth Green?
Yeah.
Seth Green.
Yeah, I think it is Seth Green. Yeah.
Seth Green.
The voice of Chris in Family Guy.
That is correct. Ginger is Ginger, isn't he?
And
Is
the
that
guy
right?
behind what's that show with the figures?
Oh, I don't know.
What's he know? He's known for doing that show. That show with all the figures.
With the figures?
Seth
I'm sure
Green.
you'll find it. Sure, find it.
He's
But
known for
anyway, Mass Effect Legendary Edition. And I thought, oh, it's only the original one. But then when you get into the game, it's got 2 and 3 within the menu.
Adult Swim's Robot Chicken. There you go.
Robot
there
Chicken,
you go.
Yeah.
There you go. But yeah, definitely worth playing, Chinny. I think you should do it. It's cool to
But
play
I'm
a
just
game.
thinking we could do it
so
at the
old.
same time.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can. Talk about where we're up to each
But I know
week.
what you'll like, Stuart. You'll play it, and then I'll next week. I'll be like, right, Stu. I'm about 30 hours in. Where have you? Oh, I've not touched it.
I'll play it. I promise. If you download it and start playing it, I will make sure I play and finish it.
Already downloaded.
Is it? Oh my god, that was quick.
Well,
Anyway, it's
I didn't
good.
start downloading it now. I had it downloaded.
I was going to say it's pretty quick. It's good. It's good. I am quite impressed. And do you know what? It holds up quite well considering its age.
Yeah.
Considering this is like 14 years old now or so. It does all right.
Yeah.
It does all right.
Well, it's a great story. So
it is, and I'd forgotten even like I say just how good the beginning of the game is. You don't get bored when you're running around the Citadel, and it's
it
like
drops you in, and then,
shoot
there's
out in the
interesting
bar,
characters.
and you've got to go and do all that stuff. You get ambushed.
Yeah.
But it's good. Yeah, I'm liking it. I'm gonna definitely persevere, and Chinny, I will prove you wrong.
Well, I haven't said I'm going to play it yet. I'm just.
We'll see. Anyway, Chinny, back over to you.
Yes. So I have been playing Forza Horizon 5.
Oh.
Forza Horizon 5, ladies and gentlemen.
Racing.
I have never played a Forza game. Horizon.
Have you? What? Never ever? My
Never
God,
have I
I'm quite
ever played
shocked.
a
I'm quite
Forza
shocked.
racing game.
I've never played a Forza Horizon game. I've never played a Forza game. I played a Forza Horizon expansion, which was like a Fast and Furious expansion, and it was crap.
Wow, I'm quite shocked.
So, yeah. Forza Horizon. It's my first Forza.
First Forza.
So I'm coming at this. Well, I'm coming at this with like, I know these games are super polished. I know they're super pretty, but I'm coming at this. You know, it's the fifth one, so this game has matured, and all these things are just expected. So I'm coming at it with like a fresh pair of eyes, and I have to say, like, it's basically just an absolute fucking orgy of car porn.
Oh,
basically.
definitely. Mm-hmm.
The game starts out, and it's like, we're bringing the festival to Mexico, and then you know, you're in a fucking plane, and then they drop a car out of a plane, and then it goes, never mind about that, and then you're back in the plane, and then you drop another car and you race around Mexico, and they go, don't mind about that, and then you fucking chase a plane for a bit, and then you crash, and you go, welcome to Forza, and it's fucking mad. This game's mad at the start.
Oh yeah, it is. It's a cool beginning.
And it's like, you know, it's like Tony Hawk with cars, isn't it? It's just like, just go over there, do this, do that, and I suppose, you know, you get XP for everything in this game. It's like, you didn't hit that, XP. You ran over that fucking wall, XP. You destroyed that farmer's crops. Good on you. Here's some XP. You know, it's just constantly throwing, like, it's always like hitting those endorphins in your head just to like do more and do more. And I created my character to be Tara, right? So my character was Tara. So like I made it look like Tara. I made my character look like Tara. But then the game said, "Are you ready, Mike?" And I'm like, well, it fucking knows my name, this game.
Yeah,
right?
it does. It takes it off your profile, doesn't it?
Profile. So I changed the name to Tara. So now it's like saying Tara. It goes, "Hey Tara."
Now does it actually speak that, or does it?
Yeah, it totally speaks.
It says it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Although,
so you should try some really weird Joey Jojo Jr. Shabadoo.
No. There's a list of like names that it picks. I mean,
there was a little bit of controversy when this first released because people who were transgender, because they still had their original name on their Xbox, were offended.
Dead naming.
Yeah, it said their original name. But that's their own fault for not changing the name, in my opinion.
Well, yeah. But anyway, I feel like the game does quite a lot to be to be inclusive and
it
aware
does.
of
It
diversity, because there aren't many games where you can put artificial limbs on your fucking avatar.
Yeah. It does a lot of stuff.
And all sorts of stuff. And they touch on pronouns, so you've got pronouns and stuff. And you know, that's you know, like Microsoft are a company that try and
don't forget the sign language. It's going to have a signer on it.
Does it?
Yeah,
they're doing an update with a signer so that people.
Is there any benefit to that over just text on the screen?
I don't think so, but I think it's a nice touch. If I'm being honest,
I feel like I've come across a lot of deaf people through work and obviously from my mom and stuff, and like most of them are just fine with subtitles. Like it's not I don't know. It's like if it's there, like the signer thing is just. I don't know,
I think it's just another
it feels a little like virtue signaling.
Yeah, it does. A bit of a tick in a box and go.
So
I guess you got that too.
What's virtual signaling? What's that?
That's where you do it just to look like you're having virtue.
Okay.
Just for the sake of like letting people know, hey, look how much we care about deaf people.
Like so basically what most corporate business like companies can do, right? Okay.
Yeah,
so,
it's good. It's good PR.
Yeah.
It's good PR.
But it's not a bad thing, I guess. So my experience with Forza, like I used to play a lot of racing games when I was younger. I don't play many racing games now, and I feel like it's because there aren't many that speak to me anymore. I like racing games.
This game literally speaks to you.
Yeah, it tries.
It literally does.
I like my racing games to be arcadey and twitchy and light and just like so. Burnout was great. I loved Split Second. That's one of my favorite racing games.
Yeah.
So I just like my driving games to be just. I don't care about realism.
You don't want them to be too serious. Yeah, just have a fun little drive around.
But I did enjoy like racing and playing races. I used to play a ton of Mario Kart and stuff like that. But everybody always says, well, Forza Horizon is the one where it's like it doesn't take it very seriously. It's all fun. But
it definitely doesn't take it seriously.
I still find the cars to be really sluggish, and it's because they are based off the Forza series, which is realistic.
Yeah.
And I find the cars like not really really hard, like unplayable hard, but like still too realistic. I feel like the cars are still
it seems like the world doesn't take itself very seriously, but the cars take themselves.
Well, it depends how many assists you put on, because you can make it easier.
I'm playing the game as default.
Right.
Yeah.
So like I have assists on, right? And it's still the car is so heavy, and it's so sluggish and heavy on the road. And if you skid and spin, you just spin in forever, and it takes forever to get it going again. And it's just, I don't know. I find that tough. But
yeah, I think the problem is here, Chinny, that you need to suck less.
No. Well, like I was playing the game and I was winning all my races, and the game was like, "You're winning everything. Do you want to up the difficulty?"
Oh.
So I was like, "Yeah, okay, I'll do that."
See, yeah, he doesn't suck badly enough. Is the problem?
Now it's the trouble.
So I did up the difficulty, and it did make it a bit harder, but I was still winning everything. And so but so far it hasn't asked me to up it again. I tried to turn the racing line off because I felt like I was just watching that racing line all the time.
Yeah,
and I've never really got it. But like, as soon as I turned it off, I turned it back on again, like within 5 minutes. So, but I don't know. I do like it, but I just find it like this weird juxtaposition of you've got this super over the top game with these realistic cars, and I don't like my cars to control like that. That being said, I've experienced something in this game that I haven't experienced for a long time with racing games, which is like you're in a race and I'm so tense playing this game in a race. Like it's like my palms are sweating, my fingers are hurting because my index finger on my right hand is like I'm squeezing the accelerator so much. Yeah. Because I'm just like, and I'm like I realised that my foot was pressing into the floor so hard because I was so like intensely playing this game.
Yeah, concentrating.
I was like fucking up. And then there was one race, and you do a bunch of other things like sightseeing and all sorts of stuff, which is fine. Like
there's all sorts of crazy stuff going on.
I did get a big kick out of like there's a big highway in the middle of the map. And I just went up and down this highway as fast as I could. There's no mission. Yeah. I just did it as fast as I could because you get like XP for like near misses, very like Burnout, where you get XP for like near misses and all this sort of stuff. And I was like, oh man, like this is great. I'm absolutely just belting down this highway. But there was one mission that I played, and it was the finale mission of one of the sections, and it was like you join it and you go okay whatever, and It goes, oh, but this is going to be a long one. I'm like, what? You didn't tell me about that. Like, you didn't warn me that this was going to be long. And it was 15 minutes long. And it was a whole race around the whole map. And I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they don't do anything by halves. I love the bit, the bit where you transition to the second. Have you opened your second arena thing yet?
Well, yeah,
like where you can move, and you go through that massive rainstorm to get to it.
Yeah,
it's just incredible.
Yeah,
and there's like lightning flashing and thunder crashing and rain's pouring down, and it's
the game's
all
nuts.
muddy
Yeah,
and wet.
the game's insane.
It just looks incredible. I mean, I'm not as overawed because I played 4 and 3. before this, so you just kind of know what to expect. But I imagine someone like you coming into it never having played any of these games, it's kind of eye-opening, and you're like, wow, that's impressive.
It's just super polished. You know what I mean? And you can tell.
Oh God, yeah.
You can tell it's a game that's been made 4 or 5 times, and gone like, right, we are just absolutely finessing this experience now. And the reason why I started playing it was because A, I've never played a Forza Horizon, and like B, it won Game of the Year for IGN. And I just think like, it's, and I did want to play the Horizon 4, the one in Britain, and I was like, well, I might as well just play the 5th one. I might as well just play this one now. So I've always wanted to try them, but I was just like, I feel like I was just missing out a bit, and I was like, right, let's just try and play it. I don't think it's a game that I'm gonna play continuously all the time, but I feel like I will like dip in and out of it and give it a go here and there.
Yeah, sure.
But it's good. I overall, I mean, I can't argue with it being Game of the Year. There's no real fault to it other than my personal preference of how cars handle. But I feel like that's so ingrained in me.
Yeah.
I realise.
Do you think that's just from playing way more arcadey races than anything else?
I think I just prefer that. I remember when Gran Turismo was first becoming like a thing, and Pete had it on his PlayStation 1, right? And I remember immediately disliking Gran Turismo, like immediately.
Yeah.
And the realistic movement of the cars just didn't interest me at all. I'm not a big car head anyway, but like, I remember playing Gran Turismo and like you had to fine tune the car and like change the suspension on this, and I was like, I am not into this at all. I used to play. I remember I've got memories of playing San Francisco Rush on the Nintendo 64, which was just this fucking mad driving game. I've got memories of playing rally games when arcades and stuff like that. And rally games is like you start and finish, like that's it, and you get a better car and that's it. There's no real like depth to it until they started adding them. And I feel like just racing games have all become just this, like make it as realistic as possible, as pretty as possible, and a ton of features. But I was never really into it. And I suppose this is the closest that recent driving games have come to providing what I like, but it's still not quite what I would deem to be like what I want out of a driving. I want another Burnout, basically. That's what I want, but that ain't gonna happen.
Some studio might do a Burnout by another name.
Yeah. There was a re-release of Burnout Paradise recently.
There's been a few of those, haven't there?
There's about 3 years ago they remastered Burnout Paradise, and out of all the Burnout games, Paradise was my least favorite as well because it was open world. I liked the sort of like linear version of Burnout 3 and stuff like that, where you just pick a course and you just fucking race it. I just don't know if they can make games like that no more. It just seems really thin these days to make a racing game like that, but I don't know. Who knows? So that's enough. I'll stop talking about Forza Horizon 5. I think it's okay. Yeah,
I think it's pretty good. I enjoyed it, but I think I was a bit sort of burnt out because I played so much of 4 not that long ago prior to this.
Yeah.
That when I started playing this, I'm just like, it's just like 4 in a different setting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's interesting because I see your name sometimes when I'm racing, Stu.
Yeah.
I see DJ.
Oh, yeah, you see everybody's name. Anyone on your friends list pops up. Yeah. So people pop up on your friends list.
I always give your car a little nudge.
I'll bet you do. I'll bet you do. We should give this a go on multiplayer at some point, though, seeing as you've got it down now. We should give it a go. We should, see what it's like.
I guess so.
In an open world meet up and have a bit of a race mode thing, I guess. But it is pretty cool.
It doesn't get me excited. I don't know what it is.
No, I'm the same. I must admit, I was the same. And I think, like I say, I think that's because I played so much of the other stuff.
Yeah. I think for me, it's just not the racing game that I enjoy.
I like 4 better than any of the others. And I think it's just the British setting.
It's very generous with the walls that you can knock over, by the way.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Lampposts, street lights.
Yeah, you just drive through everything.
Paper.
Yeah. It's great. But that's good though. I like that. Like, because that's like an arcade feature, isn't it? You can just drive through fucking anything.
houses.
Yeah, I love that.
Whatever.
That's like so cool.
But yeah, 4 I played a lot of, and I think it's because I've been to a lot of places that are in 4.
Yeah.
You know, in real life, and I think it's always cool when you can associate with what you see on screen and go, I've been there, I've done that, I've been to that dam, I've been to Edinburgh, I've been to the Lake District, I've seen this place in real life.
My fascination with going to San Francisco, by the way, one of the reasons why I wanted to go to San Francisco was because of San Francisco Rush.
All right, okay.
Because there was that street, which I know is Lomas Street now, in San Francisco, where it's like a windy road, and that street is in San Francisco, and it's like, you know, just like it's just in here. It doesn't really mention it or anything like that. It doesn't really highlight it in any way, but it's just in there. And I was like, what is this street? What is like? And I found out what it was years later. And then I went there and actually saw it. And I always quite liked the idea of going there. So I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Right. Well, we've talked about games for so long. You'll be pleased to know we'll have to move what's coming out this year till next week. Not that it matters.
Oh man, I was hoping to hear about this, fake floor picture.
I bet you're gutted.
Yeah, and we're not contributing to the hype, so
Yeah, that's true. We'll contribute to the hype.
Don't believe the hype
next week.
So do we have emails?
No, but we have got 2 speak pipes. I've sent you one last week. Speak pipe. It's the way to leave a message for us.
Sorry, I just got a notice that my friend's dad passed away.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, back to the show. Right. So the first one was from last week, is that right? Derek Sainz?
It was indeed.
We played Lewis's last one.
We did. Derek. We played Lewis's.
Okay. Here comes Derek's. Derek.
Derek. Sounds like a great guy.
Derek. Hello, veteran gamers. It's Derek Sainz again. I'm recording this message on the 2nd of January 2022, so Happy New Year to you and all your listeners. I started off a bit low-key with something to do with video games for a change.
He's sounding low-key. He sounds like he's like just mellow out.
Stu, I accidentally muted you on Zoom. So
You're muted, Stu. We can't hear you.
So you need to click on Zoom.
Unmute yourself.
Unmute yourself.
Oh, I thought you meant I'd be muted for the whole show.
No.
Yes, we didn't get any of what you said. We had to record the whole thing.
Oh my God!
All right, welcome, veteran gamers, everybody. This is fun.
No.
We're gonna do the thing. Here we go. No, just kidding. Yeah. All right, Derek, keep going, please.
A few days ago, I was looking in CEX, or at least CEX window. Didn't go inside with a friend, and he saw an Xbox Series X there for £550, which is £50 above its normal recommended price. I know they're hard to come by, but obviously didn't get the machine, but didn't have the money for one thing. But he was asking why they were so expensive, and I explained obviously the reasoning behind it, why the PS5 and the Xbox Series X was so expensive with a solid state hard drive and all the rest of it. But then he got on to the business of why someone would use a expensive console when they could get cheap games on a PC, and I sort of gave my arguments for that as well. But I guess it's one of those things. Some people prefer the PC to the console, and probably never will buy one of the new consoles because of the price, and they prefer the flexibility of the PC. But it's really mainly for Chinny and Stu, I guess, because I know Duke's mainly a PC gamer. Can you ever imagine yourself just becoming exclusively a PC gamer? And that is it. So Happy New Year and keep on gaming.
Exclusively PC gamings are weird. Those people
are
freaks.
They are weird people. Weird people. No. I mean, I've got a gaming PC, and so has Chinny. We both got one. And they'll run pretty much all games, both of our PCs. But here's the rub. I like a bit of variety, you know what I mean? I like a bit of variety in my gaming. I like PC games, and I like cheap games, and you get a lot of those on PC. But I also like just to sit in my living room and chill. I mean, I have got loads of games on Epic Game Store, but I don't want to necessarily sit in.
Oh, that reminds me. What's on it now?
I can't remember what it was. It was some dungeon crawler thing, I think.
Well, I'm looking it up. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I don't want to necessarily sit in here to play games. And sometimes you just want to literally stick the console on and just play something. You don't want to have to faff around, do you, at all?
Gods will fall.
There you go. That's what it was.
Yeah, yeah. You know, it's funny. I used to think that. Like, I don't know. I guess I've just... I don't know exactly why I think it, you know, for me, I think it is the control of mouse and keyboard. Like what you were saying, Chinny, about moving stuff around with the controller. Like I don't play a whole lot of games that have that, but I think the precision is just what's kept me with it. I don't know.
I think what we're all overlooking is that PC gamers are freaks. There's this weird stigma about PC gaming that it's cheaper than console gaming, which I don't think is completely true, because
it can be.
It can
be.
The
games are cheaper.
The games are cheaper.
Definitely cheaper.
But the hardware is more expensive.
Well, they were until Game Pass came along. But then
that's
then you've got this hidden cost of graphics cards and updating your PC.
Especially at the moment. I mean, God,
especially that. But not only graphics cards, because people always pick on graphics cards, but like people will upgrade their CPU, and then somebody will be like, I'm just going to buy a curved monitor. You know, I'm going to buy a fuck-off monitor. So you've got these other costs that people sort of like start creeping in. And there's this weird stigma about PC games where it's like, it's so much cheaper. And I sort of think it balances out, really. And your reason for playing the console, I suppose, Stu, is like more comfort, isn't it? You've got it in a living room. Mine is in the same room as my PC. There's literally, it's no more effort for me to play a PC game.
To play PC games than it is any other game.
Series X or my PlayStation. I suppose I don't know. There's something about playing it on a console that's easier. I know it's going to run it properly. I know I'm going to get no issues. I don't know. I don't really enjoy PC games that much. Every time. There's like, you know, when we was playing Phasmophobia, Stu. Remember when we was playing Phasmophobia? And like we couldn't get the fucking chat working. Do you know what I mean? Like that chat wouldn't work, and there's no uniformed system all the time. Especially like there used to be with Steam, and then everything sort of moved to Epic Game Store and then its own.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know. Everything sort of just works on a console, and I feel like the convenience of that is better for me.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I played Resident Evil Village on PC, but via my Steam link in the living room. So I had the comfort in my living room, like playing on a console, and it was fine, and it ran fine, and there was no issues.
I think
you're
driven more by price, though, Stu. I think, like,
to an extent.
I think you would play more games on the PC if there wasn't such a thing as Game Pass and.
Oh, definitely. I mean, Game Pass is just brilliant, because even that, like the other day when I just happened to go on and obviously Mass Effect popped up, like that's on now, and I'm like, oh God, yeah, I'll download that and play it again.
Yeah,
why not? Do you know what I mean? And I do like that. So I do like the fact that you know I can't remember the last time I bought, apart from Resident Evil Village, bought a full price game.
No, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while, and then that's because of Game Pass. Now I'm just playing that.
Yeah,
it is pretty impressive.
Yep,
it is pretty impressive. So the answer
Game Pass is on the PC. Don't forget. I mean, it is on the PC.
Yeah, no, I have got that,
and I've got that. I've got it
for ages,
but I never use it. I don't know.
No,
why. I just
last time I used it was when I was playing Flight Simulator. Hobbs.
I feel like it comes down to such a fickle thing as preference. It just comes down to like whatever you prefer.
Yeah. And exactly, like most things.
Yeah. By the way, I realised that you didn't even mention Flight Simulator on the Game of the Year.
Yeah, but that came out a year before. It's been out a long time, hasn't it now?
And Stu and I kept to our whole like this year thing.
Yeah, and I haven't played it this year barely at all. In the last 12 months, I've probably played it once if you're lucky.
You bigged that game up so much.
I know. I'll still like it. And when I
are you saying Stu is fickle, that he moves on from the thing he loves most in the world to shoving it in the back of the closet like that?
A lot of hours.
A lot of hours. You know what? I played 3,000 hours of Rocket League. That's a lot of hours. You played 20 hours of your flight sim.
Hours. I'll tell you what, though. There's a new guy started at work, and he's an ex World of Warcraft addict.
Oh, yeah.
And I was chatting to him, and it got so bad that he sold his gaming PC so he couldn't play it anymore.
Yeah.
He was saying at one point he was doing 2 raids a night, 6 days a week.
Yeah.
So he said I was literally just playing non-stop until 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning every single night. And he even started coming home from work early and stuff and skiving off just so he could play it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that is a problem. Yeah, that is a problem.
See, I always tell the Duchess, man, you think I'm bad. There's actually a documentary called Not Just a Game, which is about people with that kind of addiction. And like, I want to watch it, but I think it'll. I'm worried
hit a
that some
nerve.
parts
Do you
might
think it's
bring-
going to hit a nerve?
Exactly. Yeah, right.
But I did say to him, I said, like, you know, do you still think about it? And he's like, all the time. He said, so much so, he said, I had a tank character that was like level, whatever, ridiculous level because he'd played it so much.
Yeah.
He said, I could have sold that for a lot of money on the marketplace.
Well, yeah. Why didn't he?
Because he didn't, because he kept it just in case. And he said, and the trouble is now, it's worth nothing because he's changed so many times since he last played that character's unplayable now. So it's worth nothing. But he could have sold it and made quite a bit of cash on it. And it's like, oh, well, that's what happens. Yeah. So interesting.
All right. We got another speak pipe here from Miss Guilty Pleasures. Is this Jacinta? Do you know? Or is this Jason Gallagher?
We have no idea who missed it. We assume it's Jason. That
let's
isn't
assume
necessarily
it's
the
Jason
case.
and hear what he's got for us this week, having to do with poop.
I say, but that's the most beautiful tune. It's a lovely tune. And then why don't you get it orchestrated? Do you know that cat was out of the room before you could...
I don't even know what to say anymore.
I don't know. Thank you
don't
and let's keep it
know.
moving.
That's just weird.
That's weird.
That's
But
just
we
weird.
appreciate you being in touch. It's just that we would like for you
It's
to
better
actually
than
use
not emailing like all the other bastards.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Chinny, can you do me a favor and check if you've got an email off Jacinta? Because I cannot find it. She says she just sent it again, but it's still nothing's come through for me.
Why do you hate Jacinta, Stu?
I know, it feels like that. I don't know. So just have a look, see if it just double check it's not just not coming through for me.
All I have is the hotel booking and airline booking that we did today because I'm going on holiday.
Where are you going? Where are you going? This should have been story time. Where are you going?
I'm going to New York, baby.
New York. Have you been before? You've not been to New York.
I've never been to New York.
Oh, I love New York.
Yeah,
I loved it. Such a cool place.
I'm going to see if
Making pancakes, making bacon pancakes.
I don't think that's the remix.
Jacinta.
I'm gonna see if I can go to like a TV taping of like Jimmy Fallon or something like that.
We got asked, by the way, when we were in New York, someone just stopped us and said, do you want to come and watch? I think it was something like Jimmy Fallon or something like that. Come and watch, be in the audience. I'm like, and we were going home the day that we got asked.
Well,
and we were like,
can sign
no, we're going home. We can't go.
There's a website and you can just put your name on it and then you get like in and it's free.
Yeah.
So
Well, this was free. It was just some dude in the street came up to us and he's like, do you want to come in? We've got places. And I'm like,
if you're in a
"Nope, gotta
TV
go home."
audience, it's free because the reason why it's free is because
they want a crowd.
Is because they want a crowd and they can fuck with you. So they can go, well, this is going to take an hour to do, so you just got to sit there and you can't complain because it's free. So you're like,
free.
okay, whatever. So
It's
but
free.
You don't know who you'll see. You might see like a big star. So it'd be cool.
Yeah. I've got one tip for you, Chinny.
Go on.
One place to go. You need
We've
to
already
go.
booked a Broadway show.
No, you don't have to book this. You don't even have to book it.
No, but I'm just saying we've already booked the Broadway.
Oh, what did you book?
Book
What
of
are you going
Mormon.
to see?
We haven't seen the Book of Mormon yet.
We went to watch Mary Poppins. Which was cool. But yeah, here's a place you need to go.
Go on.
Right? There's two places for food. So they're both food related. So you like that?
Okay, yeah.
Food related. One is called the Burger Joint.
The Burger joint.
The burger joint.
New York. Go.
And the other place you need to go is Grinaldi's.
Spell
which
it.
is Grinaldi's, which is where Frank Sinatra used to go for his pizzas.
Spell it.
I have no idea, but it's called Grinaldi's. But it's basically in the structure of the Brooklyn Bridge. So you have to walk across, and then you kind of come round on yourself, and it's underneath the Brooklyn Bridge.
Oh yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
It's very cool. So we went there for pizza, and we went.
Fucking hell, it's on the other side of the bridge.
Yeah, we walked across it. It was well cool. We got the subway and then literally just walked across the Brooklyn Bridge.
Fucking Grinaldi's. Because there you're basically in Brooklyn.
Yeah. You walk through a bit of Brooklyn, then you sort of come around. But that was very cool. The burger joint, according to Heston Blumenthal, is the best burger place in the world.
Oh, fuck that guy. We're watching a lot of Seinfeld at the moment. We're going through Seinfeld, so I said to Tara, like, we need to find out where the fucking Monk's Cafe is, even though it's not called Monk's. I think it's called Tom's Restaurant. In where the cafe they always go to in Seinfeld.
Yeah. Well, have you had a look at the burger joint, by the way? What's cool about the burger joint? If anyone doesn't know,
it now.
It's in a 5-star hotel called La Parca Meridian, and you basically walk through the marble foyer, which is all marble and gold, and there's a velvet curtain which you pull back, and then there's a little alleyway with a little neon burger sign in it, and you walk down the alleyway.
Like too much effort.
No, it's not. It's not, seriously. And then you walk down, and you're in this really grungy burger bar place. It's not even like, it's like a diner.
It's by Central Park. It's like
it is,
Central Park.
Yeah, and everybody, all the celebrities that have been have signed the walls, so all the walls are signed. It's a really cool little place, tiny little place. Well worth the effort, though. It was a good burger.
Every time I go on Street View in New York, it's just scaffolding.
Yeah, it is.
It's just scaffolding everywhere.
So yeah, totally recommend that. It was definitely worth it. It was really, really cool.
Have you been to New York, Eric?
Very short periods of time. Never really spent any time there. One of these days, I got to do a hip hop Hajj out there to go to the South Bronx and see the hip hop, the Temple of Hip Hop, and all that. Cool. I'm kind of like Homer Simpson in that I don't really like big cities in general. But we had a great weekend in Chicago recently, so maybe I'm getting over it. So I don't know. We'll see.
I feel more comfortable in bigger cities because I live near, like there's the second biggest city in the I think it's England or the UK near me, which is Birmingham. Yeah. And then I've been to London plenty of times. I feel comfortable there, And then there's a few. It's all built up where I am. So, like when I was in San Francisco, I was there for like an hour, and I was just walking around. I was like, I'm fine. This is fine. No problem. Because everybody's rude to you. No one likes you. Everybody's ignoring you. And that makes me
all of which is fine. I think it's just the size and like, I don't know. There's a part of me that, when I was 13 years old, I got the crap beat out of me at a Public Enemy concert. And like ever since then, I've always been a little nervous about like the grinding urban desperation that yields street crime. Yeah. So I think there's a part of me that's still just like, but like I said, I had a great weekend in Chicago, and the less time I spend in big cities, the less comfortable I am in them. So I think there's a part of me that needs, and some of my students who live on the outskirts of the state capital here in Wisconsin will talk about like Madison, oh God, we were on State Street and oh God, we were so scared. I'm like, dude, it's Madison. What are you talking about? And I'm sure that people in Chicago and New York feel that way when they hear me talking about those places. So it's all familiarity, and I just need
it's familiarity, I think, But I felt comfortable when I was in San Francisco. I was on my own, right? I literally like we've been there like an hour, and I was on my own walking around San Francisco. I was fine. I felt really comfortable.
And San Francisco has a different feel to it, but it depends on where you go in San Francisco too. Did you go on the Mission?
We were right by the Mission, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, because like every city, of course, has nicer parts and seedier parts. And, and I went to some places in San Francisco that were like, but whatever. Some
that's
parts. True everywhere you go.
Yeah, everywhere you go. But like, it's not like I'm going to walk around New York looking for a fight. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You're looking at me. You're looking at me. I'll fuck you up.
But I like absorbing like sounds.
Yeah.
Like I've got this thing
Oh,
about
sure.
the.
Oh, well, you'll love that. There's a lot of sound in New York.
Hey, what the fuck you recording on your phone for? You fuck. You know, like I've got a recording, an audio recording of me walking from my hotel room in Vegas to the like convenience store on the corner, buying like some water and drinks and stuff, and then walking back, and you can hear like the casino, and you can hear like
The
everyone.
slots.
Yeah, you can hear all these people talk, and you hear me walking around. And I don't know why, but I just love like now and again I'll listen to it, and I'm just like, it takes you there. It's so
Ambience,
cool.
man.
It's good, man. I just
Ambience.
love it. I just love that stuff.
Speaking of
when
things
are
I
you
love,
going?
did you see that
Oh, go
Mark
on.
Kelly smuggled a full gorilla suit on board the International Space Station?
Did he really?
This was once upon a time, and there's video of him chasing people around the space station in a full gorilla suit.
Class.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. When are you going?
Yeah, when are you going? When are you going?
March.
Oh, okay, so pretty soon.
Pretty soon.
cool.
I think it's like
Pretty
8
soon.
weeks. Yeah, I'll be gone.
Oh my
See
God.
you later.
See you later.
See ya.
Yeah, you'll love it, Chinny. It's such a cool.
I want to go to
place.
the
Such a
space
cool place.
museum where Neil deGrasse Tyson like works basically. I want to go there.
That'd be cool. We went up the Rockefeller Center at night, and that was cool.
It's just,
you can-
there's just so much shit, isn't there?
There's a lot of stuff to do.
Just, you know.
You got to plan, man. Here's the
Yeah.
thing I would recommend: plan.
I'm gonna plan.
Because you've got to get out. Otherwise, you'll just not get anything done.
Marshy's advice was don't walk anywhere because like
don't walk.
Because they looked at a map and was like, oh, it's only down there, and then you end up walking for like an hour.
The scale of the map is
it's just, like,
1
so
inch equals
big.
700 miles.
Yeah, so you think, oh, it's only like 8 blocks, but it's like so far.
Yeah, it's a long way. We walked to the Empire States Building from Times Square where we were staying.
Yeah, we're in
It
Times
was
Square.
way-
We're in Times
Yeah,
Square.
we were at Novotel Times
Okay.
Square. We could see it if you squash your face against the window.
Mhm.
You could just about see Times Square from the window. One of the coolest things I liked about New York was when we very first arrived there.
Mhm.
The first morning, you could just hear all the car horns honking and all that. And you looked
yeah.
out, and there's all the yellow cabs going up and down and steam coming out. It literally was what you expected.
What you expect, yeah.
Yeah, it was so cool. But yeah, we walked to the Empire State Building, and that was cool. We went all the way to the top because you can go an extra level.
Yeah.
So we did all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But
There's quite a lot of like I was looking at like what stuff you can do for free, and there's quite a lot you can do for free.
Oh yeah.
And then obviously we'll do some stuff where you pay. But we were saying like we'll just spend a day walking around Central Park, and we'll just like walk around and see what all the fuss is about.
Food was the thing I hated the most about New York. Is just finding somewhere decent to eat.
Oh, why?
Because it's all chain restaurants and pizzerias, and they're expensive and. It was just finding somewhere nice to eat, and
It's
we
become very commercialized.
Yeah.
Red Bamboo, man. The Duchess will not let me talk about New York City without talking about Red Bamboo. There's a vegetarian restaurant, and I know that doesn't appeal to you probably, Chinny, but
yeah, it probably
if
doesn't.
anybody out there is listening who likes vegetarian food and is going to New York, you got to check out a place called Red Bamboo.
But we ended up on the very last night we were there. We ended up in just a diner and had pastrami sandwiches, and they were just amazing. They were the best food we'd had the whole week.
Yeah.
And it was
It's
just
on
some diner.
140 West 4th Street in New York. So.
Nice.
There you go. Have a look there.
Near
but
Washington Square Park.
All
Sorry,
the
go ahead.
locals were in there
Yeah.
eating, so you knew it was good. So that was good. But
Well,
yeah,
I mean, to be fair, sometimes locals don't have a lot of choice. They might have to go because it's close or cheap.
True.
Could be shit.
Yeah, it was cheap and good. But Ginny, you'll love it, man. You'll love it.
Yeah. look forward to it.
Jacinta apparently has sent the email to you, Duke. So she's trying to send it to you, see if you've got it.
Oh, snap. Well, she knows how to reach me. Hey, look, I
Yes.
got it. No
Hey.
problem. No muss, no fuss. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with y'all.
Maybe the podcast, I don't know, email's not working.
Podcast at veterangamers.co.uk.
Yeah, send something.
That's
You
right.
Is
send
she
it.
sending like .com or something?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
It's been a while.
Yes.
Wait, I want
Yeah, it
to play
has.
this.
Yeah, you know
hang
you
on a
played
sec.
the
Yeah, here we
intro,
go.
Her name is Jacinta.
There we go. It's been a while. Oh, wait, I'm reading this wrong. Hey, guys, it's been a while.
Fuck
I ain't been
Jesus.
playing... I ain't been playing much new, just replaying The Witcher 3 and getting back into Destiny 2. How can you play the same game over and over all the time?
Loser.
Despite everything that Bungie does to piss me off, I love that fucking game. It's like a toxic relationship. Well, again, Speaking of Rocket League, yeah, I shouldn't play that game at all, but I do. Anyways, so today my controller batteries were low. I think it's absurd that I bought a brand new Xbox Series X and I still need to buy a separate battery pack and charger.
Yeah.
That is
No,
ridiculous.
that's literally.
I mean, your phone can easily just be plugged in.
But
why aren't controllers like that?
I've luckily got,
Sony does.
I've luckily got my old one, but look, I'm charging it right now. Look, that's,
right. I have to charge this puppy. Yeah. Woo! My Rocket League doodad. That's the only reason I ever use it. Yeah, but you're right. It is ridiculous. You have to buy that. The Xbox One set I already have doesn't work with the newer version of the controller. That's stupid. So my batteries were low, right? And I was ignoring the issue and hoping it would go away like a mature adult. But before the controller died entirely, the Xbox turned off the vibration, presumably in order to preserve what little battery was left. Until today, I never realized how fucking weird it is playing games on the console without vibration on.
Yeah,
it was just
weird.
Odd. Yeah, that is weird. And it's been a while, but I think I've gotten so used to it. We don't know what it's gone. We have till it's
we forget.
gone, right?
I mean, it's even like when Chinny and I, when you're playing anything in VR, and obviously you pick something up, and it feels like you picked something up. You know, even that little vibration on those, it makes such a massive difference. For
especially when you pick up your genitals because you just put it on your crotch. Like, all right. So I did a quick Google. Jacinta goes on. Apparently, some people play like this all the time. Supposedly, it makes your aim better with the vibration off. I think that's probably bullshit.
People think anything makes their aim better.
Question, yeah. When you play games with a controller, do you have the vibration set to on or off? I play with it on, and I can't imagine playing Rocket League without it because here's the thing. In Rocket League, it actually is very helpful because when you hit there's this moment at which you get to maximum acceleration and you need to let go of the boost.
Oh, yeah.
Because otherwise you're just wasting boost. You can't go any faster than that. They give you a visual representation of it on the screen, but it's also nice to have the feel of it. So I think in that sense, and I don't know if that's true in most games, but, having that tactile, the haptics, is actually very helpful for gameplay. So I can't imagine playing with it.
Definitely.
You guys play with it on?
All the time.
I didn't even know you could turn it off.
All the time.
I wonder how many vibration jokes and or sexual innuendo Stu has made by this point. Actually, it was me.
I have not made any, can I just say?
Let's be
my
fair,
mind,
it was me this time.
My mind
Stu usually does.
30 as Dukes.
Right. Maybe 3? It was me and it was just 1.
Yeah.
I reckon if he hasn't made any, it's because he read the whole email prior and got to this point. He's trying to psych us out. That's a good guess.
None.
But he's
None,
claiming
people.
it could be a long con. He's like, I didn't even get the email. Oh, I don't even know where it is.
Didn't
but actually,
even get it.
I know that if I read it, I'll start with the sex jokes.
Yeah, I've just done the test. I've got yours, Chinny, and I've got mine. We both did a test, weirdly. So I don't know what's going on.
Hope you all had a good break and are enjoying the new year as much as possible. Just sent
break.
Yes.
Break. Are you having a fucking laugh?
Yeah, I know, right? Well, I had a break. Haha.
You had a break.
Yeah, but you don't want my job.
We're not all teachers, you know.
You don't want my job, I said.
Yeah, I don't want your job.
All right then.
I had a great break.
Yeah, you had a break. I had no break.
Yes. I've got some baby-free days. You always go on holiday every other week, so shush.
That is
I've got some baby-free days coming up and might do some random Twitch streams. Yeah.
Oh.
I'll post on Discord if I end up doing them. Would be good to hang with podcast peoples. I'm Kitsubite. That's Kitsubite on Twitch and most other things now. It's a bit of a weird username, but just so you know, Kitsune means fox in Japanese, and I like foxes in Japanese folklore. The bite suffix was just a nod to technology in games. Anyways, I'm going to STFU now and go to sleep. Sent from my iPhone. I guess I didn't need to read that last line, but yeah, thank you, Jacinta. Appreciate that.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
And yeah.
I'm a potato.
I haven't been using Discord, so I won't see it. You should.
I must admit,
I don't read my email either, so that won't help.
It's livened up a bit in the Discord lately. I must admit, I've been posting a bit of stuff. Chinny's been in there. Obviously, Jacinta's been in there posting quite a bit of stuff. Yeah, it's been lively.
The Discord app so that I can access it on my phone.
Yeah, it's been lively in there. Lively.
Yeah, that's what I use.
Yeah. So I have it on my iPad.
Thanks for writing in.
But yes, thank you.
Thank you.
We do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Right, I think it's some shout-outy time, and then we'll get the hell outy here.
And I finished all my grading. Yay!
It's time for a shout-out. Hey!
I have to do some after the show, but I don't. Booyah! All right, I'm going to start. I'm going to shout out Antonio because he's trying to get relief for his gas problem. Not that gas problem.
Oh, has he got a gas problem?
British
Flatulence
gas
pills,
problem.
that's what he needs.
Yeah. Coming to America. Good morning, my neighbors. Yeah, shout out to Madeline Jester because she's cool. I know her. And I'm just looking through my mentions on Twitter. Yeah, Tim Kelly. Tim Kelly said, I watched Don't Look Up, and, well, yeah, it's impressively depressing. I might watch The Road to cheer myself up, which is a funny tweet. And I said, yeah, and followed up with No Country for Old Men. Tainted Brain, his family got some COVID, which sucks. And the one's back home in Ireland, so it sounds like he's okay, but his family's not doing great. So
sorry to hear that.
Yeah. And everybody listening, everybody in the chat, Brain, hey, speaking of Tainted Brian, Ian Williams and Trite and Ticket Dark and Gavlar and SLH and James Bevan and Jacinta for writing in and Derek Sines, as always, for sending the speak pipes and Jason Gallagher or whoever it is that's sending us these weird sound clips of 15 seconds in length. And, everybody who is out there, hey, if you've never sent an email, send one or tweet at us or whatever, because we love hearing from people.
And where would they send that? Where would they send that?
They send it to podcast@veterangamers.co.uk.
That's
and
it.
I think if that doesn't work, you should try duke@veterangamers.co.uk because apparently it's not always going through.
I don't know.
I didn't get the test.
How weird! I got both of those. That's just weird. Yeah, I did one to myself, and then obviously I got yours as well.
No, I didn't get one.
Oh, do you get any of them though?
Yeah,
just out of interest. Oh, you do normally get them.
I usually get them, but I haven't had them for a while. So
have you checked your spam filter? Your spam folder?
You get all the answers.
Don't know.
That's just the first answer anybody comes up with when we talk about people
so
missing emails.
Fucking clever.
Hey, I'm gonna put my school.
Oh my God,
away.
they are there. Yeah.
How weird.
I was right away.
You're in the spam.
Yeah.
Spam,
why
man.
didn't you get her Jacinta's?
I'm just going to have a look if mine's in spam now that you've mentioned that. More.
Spam. Lovely
it
spam.
Is. How
Wonderful
weird.
Spam.
It's in spam.
Jacinta, why are you sending things into people's spam folders? That's very rude of you.
Oh my God. Luckily.
Report not a spam.
How weird.
Oh, she's even sent like a. I know. I think we read that, didn't we? Jacinta's like top 3. Oh yeah, this is new. Apparently saying "fuck you" to your listeners. Actually
yeah,
works.
I've just seen that one.
Here's
How
my
weird is
shitty
that
list.
That they've suddenly appeared in spam.
Yeah, it worked.
Yeah.
All right, read her shitty list quickly.
Number 3 is 12 minutes. Ugh. Number 2 is unpacking. Number 1 is Outriders, and then she said, I actually thought 12 minutes was kind of shit, but I didn't play much new this year. Jacinta, sent from my iPhone.
You see, I've got one here from Mr. Steve.
I called everybody bastards at the start of the show.
I'm just looking now if there's any others that we've missed. How weird is that they suddenly started going into
Mr. Steve.
Yeah, we've got a Mr. Steve.
Mr. Steve.
And we've got another. Oh, that was from ages ago. I've got one from Tainted Brain.
That's me.
So I've got one here. Look, I'll read that next week because obviously that's there for some reason.
And we got all sorts of emails. Never mind, people.
I know,
we don't have more emails for next week. All we had to do was go look in our spam filter.
I know.
Way to go.
But how weird is it that they've just suddenly started going in there? They never have in the past.
Yeah, that's really strange.
And it's weird that yours have as well.
Indeed.
Well, now that you fixed it, it won't happen anymore, I assume.
No, hopefully not. I've just unspammed them all anyway.
Unspam, spam, unspam.
It's weird. Never
all
done
right,
that
so do y'all have any shout-outs now that you've cleared your spam filter?
I have no shout-outs.
Stu, shout-outs?
Yeah, I'm going to just shout out the people and apologize for not reading emails. I've gone into my spam for some weird reason. Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry, people. I don't know what else to say. Sorry. There you go. Is that it? We done?
There you go.
I think we're done. Thanks for listening, everybody.
There you go.
that make noises. They cannot stop using them.
I will read out the ones we missed next week, so I do apologise.
Yeah, sit tight, people. We got
Sit
you.
tight, I've got you. So
Well, they won't
please
listen.
send us emails.
They won't listen next week because I called them all
This is
bastards.
our last chance. They
Oh,
gave us
sorry.
a try. It's not happening. You people suck. I'm not listening anymore.
Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep.
Oh, Stu makes the best noises.
Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, I do. Yeah, so there you go. There you go. Oh, I love that phrase. There
I'm just
you
gonna end
go.
with there you go.
There you go.
Oh, and I have one of those too.
So there you go. Oh, yeah. There you go.
This
Oh,
is
I
a
hope-
big ass Star Crunch, man. I'm still not done. I got a little tiny bit left. This is a big one.
What's the
Star Crunch? What the hell's a Star Crunch?
It's hard to describe. It's like Reese's.
You
or
eat
not
some
Reese's.
weird sweets, just saying.
Never mind about that. Rice Krispie treat with caramel and chocolate on the outside.
Oh, it's like
a little Debbie.
Rice Krispie thing. You know,
Cake.
Kind of.
Rice
but with
Krispie
caramel.
Yeah.
Kind of. But
Crispy
like,
cake
I don't know,
bar.
Yeah, but they have
cake.
caramel ones, don't they? Yeah, yeah.
Okay, well, we don't have them here, but.
Well.
Okay.
Rice
So let me
Krispie
make sure that turned
cake
out all right.
bites.
So
I
do
don't
we
know.
have to keep talking to each other? Can we just stop pretending?
Yeah,
to
let's
like
just
each other now?
let's just
Yeah,
keep talking to each
Go
other.
back to hating each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hated you all along, forever.
Yeah.
Since 2008.
Since 2008, I've hated both of
Facing
you.
his fears.
I just put up with it.
Yep.
I'll tell you this.
That's a
week-
long time to just put up with people. For
I
what
know,
benefit?
I know. Yeah, I'll tell you what. This week has been so surreal at work
Why?
because I've just been like, when am I getting it? I'm just gonna get it.
Oh.
I know it is like that, honestly, because there's about 34, 35 people were there, and there's 8 of us now left who haven't had it. So, and we've obviously had 11 of those in the last.
It's
week
like
of- in the last 10
It's
days.
like Squid Game.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Who's going to be the last one not to get it? Oh my God, it's been just crazy. It's like every day you think, oh, that'll be it, hopefully, and then another person gets it. Weirdly, none of the residents, they obviously tested all the residents last Tuesday, and none of them came back positive.
Well, good.
So that's something at least.
That's good.
It
And I
is.
hear that the wave should be cresting soon. I mean, y'all are probably on the way out for the
I'm
Omicron
hoping
wave.
so.
Fucking.
Hoping
Who
so.
said that?
Because they said that. Well, they said that it according to what happened in the South Africa, the wave takes about 2 months to go through
Yeah.
its paces.
Yeah.
And so y'all started earlier than we did. They're telling us we'll be done by the end of February. So maybe by the end of
They're
January.
not saying that. What they're saying to us is,
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Like,
well, and keep in mind, I don't remember where I heard that from, so it could just be some random.
the
only
official
good
word
thing-
from Parliament is,
Mm.
I don't know. Did you get
Uh,
all your jab?
question.
Look, we're out of ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
sure.
long's a piece of string? I don't know. What's kind of interesting though is they're saying that this is a good thing, Omicron. It's a good
What?
thing
Because
because
it's not that harmful.
Because it's
and
not
it's
as
very
harmful.
contagious.
and it's very contagious. So it's like going to be dominant for quite a long time, and it may
Well,
stop
until the next thing
or-
comes along, maybe.
Yeah, but because this is so dominant, it'll make it difficult for any other variants, even if they're more dangerous, to actually get a hold, because this will kind of stop it from happening.
It's almost
So it
like
could be
the
it could be a
virus
hidden.
It's possible, but
It could be a hidden good
evolved
thing.
itself, like
Yeah.
extinguished itself into evolution. What?
Yeah, it's a milder version of
Just got on
itself.
to BBC News, and there's a New York apartment block that killed 19 people.
I
in
know, I
a
saw
fire.
that.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good.
Ugh.
Not good at all. But
And on
anyway,
that note-
hopefully we'll be fine in a couple of months, maybe.
Let's
Who
hope
knows?
so.
Let's hope so.
Get the rest of the world vaxxed, and we'll be.
Yeah,
getting
keep
clean
people
with
getting
it.
vexed.
Yeah, get it vaxxed, people.
Yeah, you jabs people. Stop whinging about
Yeah.
it and just get your arm
Jabs.
stabbed.
Yeah. All right, y'all. I'm out.
All right.
Have a good rest of the week.
Okay.
And we'll see you in 7 days.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. Yeah, tainted, but supposedly mild for vaccinated, but not for non-vaccinated. Well, do you know what? You've had your choice. You made your bed. You didn't bother to get jabbed. It's your own fault.
Yeah, but what if people can't get jobs because of
Yeah, there are a very, very few of those, though, to be fair. Let's be honest. The vast majority of people are like, oh, you don't need it. That's why. Oh, can't be bothered. Don't want to do it. You can't make me. That's people. I don't know. But anyway, Chinny, yes, we'll try and sort out something with Adam this week at some point.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe get some either poker in or some
Roulette.
mini golf or roulette or whatever.
Gotta try roulette. It's new. Gotta try it.
Try roulette. When am I off? I don't even know when I'm off. I'm off tomorrow. I'm off on Thursday. So Wednesday night will be good for me if you're up for it.
Wednesday night is fine.
Yeah, let's do Wednesday night. Then I'll let Adam know. And if he gives me some fucking crap excuse that he can't do it, I'll be like, fuck you. Because he always goes, hey, I'm going to be definitely down for it. And you message him and he's like, oh, I can't do that night because of my girlfriend's birthday's best friend's wedding anniversary.
Yeah, what a shit reason.
Yeah, he comes up with some really crap excuses. Yeah. Thursday night, he says, is the only night he can't do, so that's good. Wednesday night should be fine. I'm going to message him right now. What are we playing? We could do a bit of mini golf and a bit of poker or roulette, couldn't we?
I think we should definitely try roulette.
Yeah, we'll do that.
We'll do a nine holes and then roulette.
Yeah. Wednesday night, I'll put that 9. Well, we can do an 18. It don't take that long, does it?
It takes forever.
Well, it doesn't. Wednesday night, I'll put mini golf followed by roulette and poker. Mini golf followed. Let's see what he says. Followed by, and we'll ask Nicole if she wants to join us. I think she's got mini golf and poker. There we go. What time do you want to start?
Whenever.
What shall I say? 8? Half 8? 8 o'clock? 8-ish.
8
I'll put 8-ish. 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 There you go. We'll see what he comes back with. Yeah, we'll get it on. We'll get something done. So how's work, by the way? Are you back now?
Yeah, I went back on Thursday.
How was that?
All right, yeah. Yeah, fine. Just
you busy?
Not yet. Apparently will be. We'll see. Bit of a strange one at the moment. I'm not sure, but we got a fairly big project on.
All right, okay.
Straight away.
Oh, that's good then.
And then, yeah. So.
Always good to keep busy, man.
A few other projects are coming in. I'm sure other shit will come in. But we had our best December ever.
Oh, that's good.
December's a tough month for us because it's like 2 weeks.
Right.
And we had a better December than we've had like normal months sometimes. So it's crazy.
It's crazy.
Crazy how good of a December.
It's crazy. Yeah, no, that's good though, isn't it? At least you keep him busy and you're sort of, doing all right.
Keeps the lights on.
Keeps the lights on. Keeps the lights on.
Mm-hmm.
We booked our holidays, did I tell you?
No.
For my 50th, we're going somewhere very exotic.
Bognor
We're
Regis.
going not far off. Not far off. We're going to Wales, sunny Wales.
What's wrong with Wales?
Yeah. So we're going there. We're going there. So we're going on the edge of Anglesey.
You didn't want to risk abroad?
No. Kay can't be doing with all the hassle at the moment, and you just don't know what's going to change, do you? Seems to change that bloody fast.
We risked it.
Yeah, sometimes you got to do it. Sometimes you got to do it.
Went, screw it, we're going to do
Fuck it. So yes, we're gonna go. We're in this really nice apartment that's got its own balcony, overlooks the Menai Straits and everything, and it looks very nice. So yeah, we're going there.
Who books the holidays? You okay?
Me, because I have the Airbnb. Because we always go in Airbnbs at the moment until things hopefully improve and Millie's coming because it's my 50th and all. So we're gonna have some nice food.
You should bring
and
in a boyfriend.
He can come. There's 2 double rooms, but whether he will or not is another matter entirely. So
I'm not sure about that, Stu.
Hey.
Not sure about that.
Hey. But it's a shame because they were meant to be going away on tomorrow they meant to go away for the week.
Who?
To Millie and her boyfriend to Chester.
Yeah.
And because obviously all the COVID at my place, she didn't want to risk it in case I got it and then she got it and couldn't go.
Mm-hmm.
So she cancelled it. So now they're just doing days out, bless them.
She cancelled that? I wouldn't have cancelled that.
Well, she cancelled it because she wouldn't have got the money back. If she got it and then couldn't go, she'd have lost the money. So she said, might as well wait until it's a bit more less risky.
When though? When will it be?
Well, at the moment, because it's like 3 of the people in the kitchen got it, I worked for 3 days with 2 of them. Do you know what I mean? So there was a high chance I might have contracted it, but at the moment it seems that I got away with it. And then Patsy, who tested positive today, she helped out in the kitchen on Friday because obviously the other 2 were off, or the other 3 were off. So she helped out in the kitchen. And obviously, I worked with her up till 2 o'clock that day, so I'm still like fucking hell.
Yeah.
And then she tested positive this morning, so it's just a bit of a nightmare.
It's crazy.
But the lateral flow test fucking useless because Karen, who tested positive, she did 1 on the Wednesday, 1 on the Thursday, 1 on the Friday, and all 3 of those came back negative.
Mm.
And then she tested positive on the Saturday on a lateral flow test.
Yeah.
But she'd done a PCR test on the Wednesday and that came back positive. So she was positive, and for 3 days she came back negative on the lateral flows, even though she was positive. Fucking useless. So she was wandering around for 3 days with it without knowing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's about, but I think it's the Omicron. I don't think it shows up for a few days on the lateral flows, even if you test positive on a PCR. So who knows? And that's happened to quite a few of them this time around. They've been testing negative on lateral flows and then come back positive on the PCR test. So, which is no good for us because we're meant to be keeping people safe and not spreading it around. And everyone's fucking spreading it around without even knowing most of the time. The only good thing's been most people have had symptoms. So they've come in and go, oh, I feel a bit shitty for a few days. And then it turns out they've got it. Surprise, surprise. Yeah. So who knows? It's been a weird old week. Hopefully next week will be better. More back to normal with a bit of luck. Ugh.
I don't know what's going to happen, really.
Ugh. I've got to the point of giving up on trying to figure it out, to be honest. It is what it is, man. We just got to live with it. That's what I say. Just got to get on with it. What else can you do? Just get on with it. I don't know. I doubt we'll have a meet-up this year. Who knows? You never know, though.
Don't think so.
No, I don't. I think it's still too ridiculous. It's just too uncertain, isn't it?
Mm.
You know, you could book some and sort something out, and then stuff might change or whatever. Who knows?
You and I could probably meet.
Yeah, we could possibly meet at some point
and have a game of snooker.
Yeah, we should do that. We should figure that out
or
later. In a couple of months or whatever, when it's settled down a little bit. We're not getting nearly 200,000.
Or if I'm ever working up north again.
Yeah. We should definitely do it.
I mean, I was literally working in Leyland last time, so it was very convenient.
Yeah, that was very convenient and easy. But yeah, we should definitely sort something out. We will do it at some point this year. It just seems so long since I've done it. Like, even just doing EGX just seems weird, doesn't it? Like 2 years.
It's crazy.
It is. It is properly crazy. It's just weird. Stuff itself is just weird, isn't it? Just like thinking about just doing something normal.
But I still play snooker, though, in the team.
No, I know.
And one of the captain of the team got COVID over Christmas. And he didn't turn up last week because he was positive for 14 days.
Yeah, it happens.
It happens. And he texted yesterday the group and said, finally got a negative result on his thing, so he'll be there next week.
Well, that's the trouble, isn't it? Because it's saying, 7 days is fine if you get 2 negative tests or whatever. But Karen came back after 10 days today, and she's testing negative on that, but she's walking around coughing her head off. And I'm thinking,
and you think, well,
I'm just staying well away from her because I'm thinking, I know you're supposedly not transmissible, but who knows? Because I don't think they really know, did he? No. They're just hoping it's right. So I'm just like, I'm staying well away from her. So I'm like, I'm over here. You stay over there. Don't come near me. So the only good thing where I can stay well away from everybody because I'm, obviously on my own at one end of the kitchen and everybody else is elsewhere. So I don't mix with anyone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very antisocial at work. Hey
it's
ho.
Not a bad thing at the moment.
No, I don't think it is. Righty ho. Well, I will see you hopefully Wednesday night unless anything changes. Don't forget, put it in your diary.
Okay.
And I'll see you at 8ish, and I'll let you know what Adam says, and hopefully, I will message Nicole as well and see if we can get her on, and put a message. I'll just put feelers out. There's loads of people I've got Quest 2s for Christmas, haven't they, and stuff. So we'll see if we get a few people on. All right, mate.
Yep.
I'll speak to you later in the week.
Catch you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.